It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, March 17th, 2025, and we are coming to you live. Good morning. How is everybody doing today?
Good.
We have I wouldn't say a short staff. We're actually over full today, but with different people. Carmen is out on vacation. Gio is out on vacation. Filling in for Carmen today is JoJo. Good morning, JoJo.
Good morning.
Filling in for Carmen today is Johnny B. Good morning, Johnny B.
Good morning.
Visiting and hanging out in the studio with us today is Super Agent Tony Burton. Good morning.
Michael.
Get right up on that microphone.
Good morning, Michael.
I have to, John. You can kill that music if you can. There's some.
Yeah, I got it potted all the way down. It's still going. It's got like 2 seconds left. I'm sorry.
No. There's some. You hear like a fuzzy feedback?
I do hear it. Yeah.
Something's going on.
Way to go, Johnny.
I got to be honest.
Yeah.
The board was doing weird stuff like a minute and a half ago, and I was freaking out. And I went and got Eakin, and he came over and hit a couple buttons. So I think we're working out. But yeah, it just started where I couldn't hear anything coming through the board. My earphones were like,
boy, here we go.
And I'm just screaming, and he came over and saved the day. But
it's so funny. I had a feeling that you were nerved up about something. I said to JoJo, I go, Johnny B is crapping his pants right now, and she's like, totally.
Yeah, I don't mind messing my own stuff up, but I want to mess your stuff up. So,
Yeah, well, listen, we're used to it.
All right.
So don't worry about us. Anyway, you hear it?
Yeah, it sounds like it's picking up the AC, but it's not the AC because the AC's off.
Some
it
sort
just
of
has
background.
Yeah.
All right, that's right.
It's blustery on the radio.
It is a little blustery. There's so many things to start out with today. I don't even know where to start, but I'm. Oh, there you go. Whatever that was is fixed.
I got it. I fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't want to say you're an unsung hero, but you're kind of an unsung hero. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's start at the top. And John, you should weigh in on this because you're a fan. If you don't think that this weekend was 100% proof that the Rays should be playing in Tampa, I don't know what more we can show you. They brought a team in that does baby races and backflips, and they put 70,000 people in the Raymond James Stadium. 70,000 people. There hasn't been 70,000 people in 2 seasons in the last Rays seasons. 70,000 people is amazing.
Yeah.
Including people that don't normally go to baseball games, like my wife. My wife went to the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you see John Brennan and his son, I think, were the first ones in the stadium?
Well, I think they were there 5 minutes after my wife.
Oh, really? Was she super early?
She was super early. I don't really know who was there first, but they said on the ticket it was important to get there early, 2 hours early. And these concert novices actually went 2 hours early. And my wife was like, I texted her at some point, and she was like, yeah, with the game's about to start. I go, how about to start? You left when I was taking a shower before I left the house.
Yeah.
But my God, if you're not salivating over the idea of putting a stadium in Tampa now, I don't know what more they can show you to do. I mean, you have a team that has a guy on stilts on it, and they were able to put 70,000 people into the stadium. How is this not a perfect sign?
Or maybe save yourself some money and just get some stilts and play over in St. Pete.
That might be
maybe
true.
That's what the thing is.
Play where you're at and learn how to do some backflips on the way to first. That
Yeah.
might also have something
Now,
to
at
do
any
with it.
point, are they putting a banana field in the baseline or a banana peel
Yeah.
in the baseline?
I mean,
where they're
that seems
sleeping
like
on
the
it?
easiest
I would
trick.
think.
Yeah.
And does Dom have anything to do with the Savannah Bananas?
I hope not.
I just feel like for some reason Dom's involved.
Savannah Banana.
Did they go to a game, or was his team the Bananas?
I
feel
think
like
he went last year when they played at Steinbrenner Field and sold out Steinbrenner Field.
As far as I understand, and I don't know because I haven't watched, but like I've seen clips and stuff. Savannah Bananas are the baseball Globetrotters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
it's
people
exactly
are
what
very
it is.
excited about it, though.
I mean, the more excited than I've ever seen them about Rays baseball.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think it was probably Low Cash. That was the real draw.
Was Low Cash there?
Yeah.
Where?
They performed
On
on
before
the
the
field.
game?
No, on the field with the bananas.
Oh, that's so funny.
I saw clips.
Huh.
Shocked.
One of the great country bar bands, Low Cash Cowboys. Drop the Cowboys. We don't want to be Southern. But yeah, they're a great band. But I listen, I'm sure it added to it. I'm sure it added to the environment.
Good for them.
But meanwhile, the Rays have had everybody from the Village people to Nelly out there on the field to try and get people to go to games. That doesn't seem to work either.
Nope.
Maybe they could get Flo Rida. He seems to be popular in Florida.
Flo Rida also plays third. You don't know that. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, they just give him tights and they let him go on out
Like
there and sing.
every event you ever go to, they're like, "Hey, Flo Rida's here." Also,
Like, what's that one band that always plays 97X stuff? There's the one band that plays 98 Rock gigs, the one band that plays 97X gigs, and you're like, oh, good, the house band's back.
yeah,
Like, they know they can always count on that one band to be there.
right.
What's the guy, the real whiny rock guy? Well, that sums
All
it
of
up.
them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, whatever. Anyway, so that's something. I mean, we could take calls and talk about it later, but that's just something that I've been thinking about all weekend. When I saw CBS Sports, Sports Illustrated, Sportsline, all these things putting out there. I mean, that has to be the most embarrassing thing to the Rays. That all and all the athletes that were there watching, all the Buccaneers players that went out there to watch. It's crazy. I want to play a little game with you guys right out of the gate. Tony, you can't play because I think you know this already.
Okay.
All right. I watched a show this weekend, and I'm going to give you 3 names of shows. You tell me which one was the real one that I watched.
Okay.
If you know, I ask you to remove yourself from the competition, please. And as usual, no wagering. The first proposed name of the show is Take My Tumor.
Mm.
The second one is Hold My Heart.
I have a feeling you're watching TLC. Or
And
one
the
of those
third
channels.
is Loving My Lesions.
Ew.
3 of those, it is a medical show. It's either Take My Tumor, Hold My Heart, or Loving My Lesions.
Oh,
Galvin, which one is real?
Loving My Lesions is out. That's out.
Okay.
Hold My Heart feels like they're trying to be clever, where it's like it's medical, but also it shows like the people and who's involved and everything. So the heart works on 2 levels:
Okay.
the physical heart and the metaphysical heart. But I'm gonna go with Take My Tumor.
Okay. All right. Jojo, do you want to guess?
I feel the opposite. I feel like Loving My Lesions is something Dr. Pimple Popper. Like I feel like it's something
But
that
nobody's loving their lesions.
maybe they do.
Maybe.
Or maybe
I
the
don't know.
doctors are loving the lesions of like fixing them and healing them.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting.
All right.
So which one are you going? Lesions?
Lesions.
Johnny B?
I'm with Galvin. I think it's a heart thing. I think some guy or some girl, they were dying and they got a heart transplant and then they fell in love with the parent of the donor. And now they're gonna marry this dead dude's mom, and then when they're banging, she'll be like, it's like, my son's here. And it's gonna get weird.
Yeah. So you go with Hold My Heart.
Yep.
Galvin goes with
Take My Tumor.
Take My Tumor. You go with Loving My
I do.
Lesions. Joe, do you want to take a guess?
Yeah, I think Take My Tumor,
Okay. Why Take My Tumor?
because I feel like the same way. Like it's a doctor show, and it shows you how disgusting and gross these lesions are, and then how they
Well, lesions or tumors?
tumors.
Yeah, it's 2 different shows we're talking about here.
I know.
It's
Taking
early.
tumor, and how much better their lives are after the tumor is gone.
One of you nailed it perfectly. Jojo, who would watch Loving My Lesions?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
There's
I
so
had to
many
throw
gross
one in there that was
things.
gross. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's not.
There's
it's
a lot
not-
of stuff. I wouldn't watch Take My Tumor.
Well,
You did.
you can. It is available. Take My Tumor is the television show.
Yeah.
Hold My Heart. If you guys fell right into the Hold My Heart, Johnny, you got that really good. But Joe nailed it. It is a show about people with grotesque tumors. So grotesque that I'm going to put one up on our Instagram page right now. I want you to take a look.
Remember, we had the Hot or Not, the black lady with all the things on her face and her ears and all
Calvin?
that stuff.
This is not hot.
This is not hot.
Well, no,
This
she
is
wasn't
not
hot.
This is even worse than Pete Face.
Oof.
Okay, I put it up on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. It's in the Instagram stories, and I send it to you guys. That is Tim. Meet Tim. Look at you. Oh, I
So
didn't
what-
run on the thing.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
Oh,
what is
Tumor Sam? Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
It's not your brother, is it?
No.
Okay. How does he say why he lets it get to the point?
Yes.
Okay, because I've flabbergasted that people let these things get to the
Just
point.
Yeah.
if you don't have a chance to get to the Instagram and take a look at the picture, it hangs off of Tim's right side of his face. It is a 5-pound tumor
No.
that hangs down off of his cheek, down into his shoulder. it looks like he has a second head that was falling off his body and got stuck there.
Mm.
Now,
it looks like his man part is growing off of his face.
It looks like he got face balls.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like. Looks like he's got face balls. So here's the deal.
By the way, that's a great movie, Faceballs.
Here's the deal. Tim said he woke up one day and it was the size of a pimple. And he tried to squeeze it and he couldn't, which grossed me out right there. A different TV show.
Ugh.
Then it got a little bit bigger, and then it got to the size of like a little crazy ball, and he knew it was something in there, but he couldn't squeeze it, he couldn't pop it, he couldn't get out.
Stop trying to squeeze it. Go to the doctor. Why are you squeezing things on your face?
Tim did not go to the doctor because Tim has no medical insurance, and they told him that it would cost $30,000 for them to take it off his face. So Tim had no choice but to let it grow until it eventually grew to be a 5-pound tumor, maybe still growing as far as I know. I don't know. So he is a mechanic, and he does work for this family, and he takes care of their pets. They had a sulcata tortoise, by the way, and he takes care of their pets, and he lives in their house, and they're actually really good friends. So she went with him to the doctor. They flew over there to the doctor to take a look at it and take it off his face. Believe it or not, as much as gross as this was, I was very invested in this because I wanted to see if Tim got his face removed from his face. And I fell asleep before the end.
Oh no!
Yeah, but thankfully, thanks to Google, I was able to go and find. I just searched Tim tumor, and it came right up, and they were able to successfully remove the tumor from his face. This is the world we live in. That people that don't have health insurance have to rely on television shows to get their tumors removed.
That's a crazy thing because you think about like back in the day with People's Court and stuff. Like, who would go on TV? But they pay for everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So you're like, all right, I'll be embarrassed. I'll go on here and do this. Same with Jerry Springer. Like, a lot of those were actors.
Tim, by the way, wasn't embarrassed by it. He put googly eyes on it sometimes and wore it around the mall.
Here's the thing, though, is it is amazing to me that you can't go into the doctor and go, please help me. And they go, yes, of course we'll help you. They go, you got to fill out the paperwork and you don't have the proper insurance and beat it.
I'll tell you why, though. It was because I watched the whole show and there were other tumors before Tim's, not as grotesque, but some of them are a lot of times just hanging skin. Tim's case and most of the cases, they can't tell, especially facial ones. There's certain cases where the nerves are intertwined into the tumor. So if they are to just do a clean cut on the tumor, they will sever the facial nerves and they'll have facial paralysis.
Right.
Tim, even though his nerves were in the right spot, they were underneath the tumor, so they were able to clean it and stuff the nerves back in there. That was my medical description of how they do it.
Right. What about like just using an axe and chopping my head off?
I mean, that's probably where most of us would end up.
Jesus.
But they even told him when we take the tumor off, you're going to have facial paralysis on your right-hand side probably for a month. So he had to go through some stuff, but the transformation pictures are incredible. I mean, this guy is a new man.
You know what's wild is I had a tumor-related experience this weekend as well.
Really?
Yeah. It ties in.
Okay.
I went to see Foreigner.
Oh, I know.
In the great Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, by the way. Great Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. Lou Gramm showed up. Lou Gramm showed up on stage, the original voice of Foreigner. Lou Gramm is not Lou Gramm.
They didn't advertise
that
Lou Gramm was going to be there. They did say he had shown up to some shows while they were on tour.
And I said that prior to. I go, Lou Gramm's been showing up to some of the shows. And I said, also, Dennis Elliott, the drummer, lives down in South Florida. I go, you never know who's going to show up and stuff. And there's video, and you can actually hear me as he goes, the original voice. And I go, oh! And then we were just going, Lou!
Is this what he's saying?
Yeah. And then did Hot Blooded, closed it out with Hot Blooded.
This is what he did with Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
In the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
But Lou, who is 74, you didn't see him for a little while, and then he came back, and you're like, oh, Lou gained some weight and looks a little bit different and stuff. Lou had a tumor in his brain.
He should have went to Tim's doctor.
It was benign.
Right.
When they were removing the tumor, they nicked his pituitary gland.
Oh,
and
see, that's why they're so nervous about taking tumors out.
Exactly, and that caused weight gain. It caused voice problems and stuff and everything else. Can you imagine? You're Lou Gramm. You're a rock star.
Legendary voice.
Legendary voice.
You look like a rock star.
Exactly, and then they go, oh, yeah, we can take it out. It's benign. It's no big deal. So we'll just, Nick, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I don't know whether he had any kind of lawsuit or
probably
anything.
not, because that's probably such a dangerous operation.
You have to
They go,
sign
hey,
everything
yeah, you're
and
going
do-
into it.
Yeah,
And by the way, we nicked it.
yeah.
Oh,
But very
man.
cool to see Lou Gramm.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I think it's even better that it was a surprise.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying to explain to my wife. I said, Galvin goes to see Foreigner, and he's very excited because he loves the band Foreigner. Who doesn't? They are just filled with hits. Great, great band.
It's so funny because literally the entire set list is hit after hit.
Right.
There is not one song that you go, oh, we can go grab a beer.
But it
you know, go
doesn't
down.
bother you that there's nobody from Foreigner in Foreigner.
There is nobody from Foreigner in Foreigner, but there's also Foreigners not playing other places. That's Foreigner.
But they're
as
not
close as
Foreigner.
as close as you're going to get to
Right.
Foreigner.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about it. I would probably have enjoyed the concert if I went.
They sound fantastic.
It's like saying I'm going to see Led Zeppelin and there's no Led Zeppelin. I'm going to see Van Halen
Right.
and there's no Van Halens in it. It's just
Cover
weird.
band.
It's a cover band.
It is.
But it's a cover band that's been doing it for the past 20
Right.
years. So
Longer than that, actually. And Mick Jones, the guitar player, was the last one to be in the band. And,
Right.
Mick and Lou were the main songwriters and all that. But Mick now has Parkinson's.
oh jeez.
But he had put this band together. And then whenever he left, he picked the other guitar player and was like, he's going to do my spot, whatever. So, I mean, it's sanctioned, basically.
Is Mick, Mark, and Samantha Ronson's stepdad? Is he the one that
Mick Jones?
Yeah.
I think
that
there's
sounds
another,
right.
but there's
One of them
there's a
is-
few Mick Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
So it
I
may
feel
be
like he was in Foreigner, their stepdad or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So,
that he's
yes,
like all this music.
the younger. Yeah.
Greatness.
Yes, you're
Okay.
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
There
Pretty
must be some financial arrangement for them. Like that's the only reason, because otherwise it's a cover band. But if they put the band together,
Foreigner's getting money.
you've got to be
Of course.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
But
because
also-
they're giving them the rights to the name, to go out and tour with it.
Yeah, and they even
I would gladly come off this show if the show would continue without me and I just got paid for it. I will do it tomorrow if somebody wants to come in.
Kelly Hansen, who is the singer for Foreigner now, has been in the band for 25 or
We
more years or whatever.
Interviewed Kelly Hansen when we were doing afternoons, and that was probably 20 years ago or pretty close.
He used to be in a band Hurricane with Rudy Sarzo's brother, Robert Sarzo, was
Oh,
on
yeah.
guitar and stuff. But he also says your guys' love for this music and we get to play this music. And he's not saying we're Foreigner, we're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
Like even whenever they got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they talked to Jeff Pilson, who used to be the bass player for Dokken and stuff. He's like, it's so great that those guys are getting in. They are like, do you expect to get in? And he goes, no, of course not. Like
Yeah,
it's their
yeah.
music. It's not us.
Right.
We're paying tribute to the music.
Yeah, well, it looked like it was a good show.
It was packed. It was awesome. 38 Special sounded great. By the way, 38 Special, pretty sure all original members because they all
Fat
looked
and old.
No, they were old, but they loved it and they were having a great time. And they're playing all their hits and
Right,
stuff. And
right.
yeah, so it was good.
I wouldn't know a 38 Special guy if he.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, 38 Special songs I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, you could put any
they all
five
looked.
fat guys up there.
They all looked about the right age, and they looked like they've been doing it for a while. I'm
Right.
like, yeah, that's probably all them. I don't know either.
Do you know what we were doing while Galvin was at the concert? Me and Tony were at the Pepper.
You were?
We were at Sacred Pepper.
Oh,
Yeah.
how was
Yeah,
it?
it was fantastic.
Oh, great.
So good.
Yeah.
Was that Saturday?
It was Saturday.
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 Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
was
had-
at Reggae Rise Up
Oh,
on Saturday.
I saw
Really?
that. What are you thinking?
I don't know.
How was it?
My daughter had a great time.
Oh, you brought your daughter?
Sure did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We just, I was very jealous after seeing the rave reviews about Sting.
Right.
So then I was mad that I didn't go and at least get to experience it to some degree.
It brings me back to the discussion we had a couple of weeks ago. I love Sting. I've seen Sting before. I've
Yeah.
seen the Police before. I would not go to that. I could have probably gotten carte blanche.
You
At-
would have
at,
hated it.
I would have hated
You
it.
would have hated it.
And it leads me back to the conversation of who would I even cross the street for anymore? Like
Yeah.
I can't. Like I'm trying so hard. Like what is happening in me as I get older? Am I just losing interest in everything? Like my grandmother, when I used to go, let me buy you a computer and put it in your house. I'll buy it and I'll hook up the internet, and then I could just upload pictures of the kids and you could see it. We don't want that. And I go, how? You don't even have to pay for it. I'm going to pay.
Well, there's
We don't need that.
two big ones coming up. That's a good kind of temperature test for you. Will you go see AC/DC?
It's at the stadium.
Yeah. Also at the stadium, will you go see Metallica?
I won't see Metallica.
Okay, either night. Not going either night.
That's a that's a last minute Mike Olivero. Hey, I got an extra pit ticket. I'll feel like going, and we'll go. But I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I don't love Metallica, but I've seen Metallica. I've sat on the stage for a Metallica show. I met Metallica. I've done enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? AC/DC. It would really be good to see Brian with AC/DC singing again. I haven't seen them in probably 10 years.
And you have to assume last time.
Probably last time. But I will also tell you that not the last time. Last time I saw them was at Wrigley Field. But the time before that we went to go see them at Emily Arena, I don't think I've ever felt hearing damage as much as I did
So
from that
loud.
show. Is the loudest show I've ever been to in my life. My head hurt immediately. I couldn't hear anything for 4 days afterwards, and it was the only thing that is second to that. The closest second was that that teenage girl that I brought my
Hannah Montana
sister to see.
No, the other one. Yeah, I know.
Blonde hair.
Yep.
Another Disney show.
Tisdale, not
No.
Tisdale. What the hell is her name?
Haley Duff.
Hillary
One of the
Duff.
Duffs. Hillary
Yeah.
Duff.
Hillary Duff.
I took my sister to see Hillary Duff, and when she was little, and it was the loudest thing I ever heard. It scared me in my tracks. When the lights went out and everybody screamed, I jumped and was like, "What's wrong?
No.
I'll fix it. What's going on?" Yeah, definitely the loudest thing I've ever experienced was AC/DC. It hurt my head. So AC/DC seems to be, if I talk to Bob Murray and he's like, "We're going AC/DC," that might be a thing. You know what I mean? Or
Got a suite.
Pete's like, yeah, or Pete's like, I got good tickets, whatever. Maybe we'll go. I also don't like going to see concerts at the stadium, except like when Joe and I went to see the Rolling Stones and we were in
Yeah.
the pit. That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
So unless it's like, I don't want to sit far away for a show. We're so used to
I'd
being
rather
up close.
if I'm not up front or like in a suite or whatever, I would just want, like, that's why I liked Reggae Rise Up. We just sat in the back
And chilled out,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it was fine. I didn't care to be up front or any of that, and the people were cool.
I don't want to appear to be crapping on Reggae Rise Up either.
No, it was
I've been
great.
joking about it
Yeah.
because we've had tickets for so long to give away. Everybody that went seems to have had a great time, and I think what is it, the 10th year that they've doing it or
Yeah.
something like that, and it gets bigger and bigger every year.
My thing is always parking, especially if I'm
yeah.
bringing a child with me to
Oh,
have
yeah.
to schlep her.
Jojo,
I'm not doing it.
You park your car at my house and Uber down. That's how you do it.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
you
but-
want to drive her down?
No, I said Uber down.
Well, yeah.
I'm
Park
not
it
Well,
up
driving
where
around.
I am.
yeah, or I could have parked at the station and Uber down, but like I had all my stuff, but I was able to bring my wagon in because it was like a stroller, I guess.
Right.
So then I just loaded that up and wheeled her in. It was fine once I figured that out. So I don't ever mind, but
I
it's
do
cool.
miss the stroller.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't. I was the master of one arm, just clicking it and folding that thing up and throwing it in the car. I had it down. But when you're out in the stroller, you know, my wife was saying to you last night how COVID was my dream because I want to be living in the house. I also like the stroller because she had everything in it. What's that? You need a toy? We got toys. You need some wipes? We got wipes. What's that? A balloon? I got balloons.
So that's what I thought about seeing all these people coming in. I would just pretend to have a child and bring a stroller.
Bring
in.
a stroller, but that doesn't
Just-
work for AC/DC.
Well, no, not
Yeah.
for AC/DC, but for a lot of things, Disney or whatever, like to be able to have stuff and not have to carry it like in a backpack or whatever,
Yeah.
and just be able to push and
I
not
will.
have
Ne-
people in your proximity.
I will never. Gio keeps trying to convince me to get one of those little Larks, the little motorized bikes when I go to Disney, and I will never do that.
I'm nervous for you to do that.
I would not do that. Why?
I
Why?
just feel like I feel like you might get hurt.
You never go back.
Yeah, that might be true.
Or
I might
that.
never go back. No, I'm
Running
fine
into
with
people.
walking at Disney. It just by the end of the day, my knees start to hurt,
Yeah.
my back starts to hurt. But yeah, I'm old and I'm fat, so all these things work together. So, but Gio rented those motorcycles when he went to Dolly World. So I'll tell you, the last time we went to Disney, which was only a couple weeks ago, I walked in and I just saw healthy people riding the
Yeah.
things, and I went, that really is a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you can travel. Let's go over to. Come on, kids, we're going to Tomorrowland. And then you got your own little.
That's how everybody will be getting around.
Amanda's got a fat friend who has a fat family, and I went to Disney with them. I mean, it's true. I'm in the group. I can say it. And I went to, and they had like 3 or 4. They were in a whole fat motorcycle gang when we went. So we'd go to the breakfast restaurant where the characters are, and then we came out. They all got on their bikes and rode. I went, this is great. They got their own little
Yeah.
motorcycle gang.
Tons of anarchy.
That was good. I didn't know where that was coming from.
I
It
didn't
scared
either,
me at
forgot.
first, and that was good. right, let's take a break. When we come back, Johnny B, are you nervous? You got Sporkle?
Okay, good question.
Oh, wow.
Oh, uh-oh.
It was never determined who was running Sporkle.
Well,
or anything.
I assumed JoJo was going to do it because Gio
Okay.
always does it. And then Carmen yelled at me and said, no, she's got them, and she already gave them to Johnny B.
Okay, so are you running it, JoJo? And I'm hitting.
No.
No, are you listening to me? I just
Yes.
laid this out. I
Also
assume.
said Gio always does it, which Gio never does it. Carmen does it.
Oh, yeah.
Did I say Gio?
No,
I don't know
Mike
what I'm
did.
doing. I'm,
Oh.
I'm all over the place today, John. Here's what I'd like to do. Take a break.
Yeah.
Come back from break. We'll do a Sporkle, and you will administer the Sporkle.
Okay.
Joe will be the judge,
Okay.
and Galvin and I will play as usual. JoJo will play. Tony, you're welcome to play if you really want to step to the.
All right, we'll see what the
to the
category
line.
is.
No, it's not. You're
I'll play. Listen, I've won twice and I've bageled twice. so-
Okay, well, today's probably gonna be a bagel day if I'm feeling extra smart.
I'm sitting in Geo seat. so that
No,
makes
you're
sense.
not. You're in the worst. You're in Spanish seat. So there you go. So now you got an itchy face
This
and
was
a
for
bagel.
you, and that's it.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Sporkle next. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone, right? Well, I was playing the bass in the living room the other day, practicing. Thank you.
Oh.
And my son's girlfriend walked in and said, "Can you play?" And I said, "Can I play? I'm in a goddamn band." So she was like, "I want to come see you." I said, "Well, we're playing Friday night at the Daiquiri Shack, so I think
Oh.
they might come down."
If the girlfriend wants to see, then of course he's going to come.
Yeah, I have a hard time with this girlfriend thing because they've been going out for a while now.
Yeah.
And I really like her. And I remember Anthony Telford, the baseball player. We golfed together, and I had just had my my second child, my daughter at the time, and he had a daughter. And I said, "How hard is it when they start dating?" And he goes, "It's not too bad. It's not like everybody thinks it is." He's like, if you brought them up right, then you know that you can trust them and they can do that. I was like, okay, cool, I get that. And he said, the problem is the boyfriend's like, well, yeah, that's what I mean. He goes, no, the problem is she gets a boyfriend that you really like, and you're like, this could be the kid, you could be my new son-in-law. And then she breaks up with him. You're like, well, I don't get to see the kid anymore now,
Right.
and I liked him, so I think about that. All right, we got stuff to give away. We've got tickets to see Say Santa, which is Maynard's 60th birthday celebration. They'll be out there with Primus, Pussifer, and A Perfect Circle. We've also got tickets to see Avril Lavigne at the Amp on June 20th. Tickets for Offspring, Jimmy Eat World, The Newfound Glory. That is also at the Amp, I believe. And then we've got tickets to see Everclear at the Capitol Theater on October 8th. So you'll have your choice of tickets. At least you get more than Avril Lavigne
got
to
it.
choose from. Let's do that right now with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. That made my eyes bleed.
I'm sorry. I had normal level. Was it
No,
loud?
you're fine. It's just
Oh.
loud. It's just
It's
a loud
always loud.
thing. Yeah.
All right.
Johnny B is the keeper of Sporkle today. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Both Tony and JoJo are playing. Of course, me and Galvin. And Johnny B, I ask you, what are we playing today?
Today we are playing, and this has nothing to do with me being here and Carmen being on a mountain. Famous Johns. Can you
Okay.
name the famous Johns?
Can
All
you
right.
lower the music just a little bit?
Got her.
There
And
you go.
last names are acceptable.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You don't really need the John.
Right.
Okay.
Right. They're all Johns.
JoJo, you know how to play this? You're all good?
Yeah, I'm very
Okay.
nervous.
Don't be nervous. You have no chance at winning.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
If you win,
Then what?
I will give prizes to everybody on the hold.
Okay.
All right?
Deal.
All right. Here we go.
All right, here goes number one. Actor who played Danny
Goodman.
Zuko.
Damn it.
Travolta. Thank you.
That is John Travolta.
Mike Calta.
There you go. Okay, that's what I meant to say. American novelist.
Grisham.
and-
Steinbeck.
Steinbeck.
American novelist and poet known for his Rabbit series of books.
Buzz.
That is John Updike. Updike.
Man.
What's up?
By the way, I like that I went Grisham and you guys went Steinbeck.
Yeah.
All right. Known for his roles in westerns.
Wayne.
Ooh.
Oh, Joe's the judge.
Yeah, Joe.
That was Michael.
That is Mike Calta.
By a hair.
Led the Denver Broncos. That is Mike. And almost JoJo. African American jazz saxophonist. That is Galvin. There you go. American composer and conductor.
Williams.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Known for his military and patriotic. That is
Philip Sousa.
correct. That is Mike Calta. All right. English philosopher and Terry O'Quinn's character on Lost. English philosopher and Terry O'Quinn's character on
Lark.
Lost.
No, that's Mission Impossible.
No, that is.
No. The other people still have a chance to get.
I'm
All
out.
right.
Oh, nobody knows.
Yeah, good.
I didn't think you were going to get it. It is John Locke.
Locke. I was so close.
Yeah.
Half point.
25th Prime Minister of Australia.
Major. Oh, damn it. Wrong country.
Australia.
Outback.
Wow.
John Bloomin' Onion.
John Cranky. No,
It's not Johnny Kangaroo, is it?
No, that
No,
is-
it was not. It is John Winston Howard.
Mm,
Yeah, nobody
that was
knows.
my second
No.
guess.
All right. Reigned as Pope until his
John
John
death.
Paul
Paul
II.
II.
John Paul the First.
It was a second.
Oh.
Pap.
That's Galvin.
All right. One of the creators of Monty Python's.
Cleese.
That is Galvin.
You're so aggressive.
It is. Famous tractor company.
Deer.
Mike Calta?
Yeah.
And Pap, we're halfway there, buddy.
Tony Burton is not on the board. JoJo also not on the board. Galvin has 3 points, and Michael is your leader by 2. He's winning with 5.
Ooh, I thought I had a bigger lead.
Wow.
All right.
Here we go. Famous John's former world #1 professional tennis player.
McEnroe.
McEnroe.
Mike Calta?
No.
Nope.
Galvin.
Thank you.
Galvin,
Galvin.
that's what I said. American engineer who developed the car that was
Ford.
later incorrect. Please. That was later featured in the movie Back to the Future.
DeLorean.
Yeah. I don't know why John Ford.
That's Henry's cousin.
Yeah.
All right. U.S. Attorney General from 2001 to 2004.
John.
Oh my God.
Attorney General. Was John.
Delaney.
Something like.
I don't know.
Who was it?
John Ashcroft.
Ashcroft.
Generic name for any
No.
male.
Oh,
Jesus.
God.
Galvin.
I
scared
You
him
know
for
they
that.
say you eat a hot dog, it takes 36 seconds off your life. Every time Galvin yells, I'm about 12 seconds.
I made JoJo make oh noise. I yelled dough and JoJo just went, oh.
I heard Scotty scream next door. Composer.
Williams.
That's Calvin.
God.
Legal thriller author.
Grisham.
Galvin. And Pap, we're on the last 3.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I think we tied it up.
Tony Burton and JoJo both 0 points on
Yeah,
the board, and Mike and Galvin are locked in a tight race. They both have 6.
Nope. 7.
7. Sorry.
All right. Final 3, famous Johns. Explorer commonly credited.
Cousteau.
That is incorrect. Explorer commonly credited as the first European to discover Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Yeah, that Newfoundland. It says found land. Look, I'm Carmen today.
Yeah.
John. Jacob Jingleheimer. Darn it.
Is John Smith?
Who is it?
Anybody left?
No.
John Cabot.
Oh yeah, the old Cabots.
Dick's brother.
Final two. Senator from Massachusetts.
McCain.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
He lost the 2004 election to George W. Bush. Yikes.
Buzz.
The guy with the big dumb face, the Frankenstein face. What's his name?
Yeah, John Kerry.
Kerry.
Oh.
I was thinking John Barry, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
basketball.
No point.
All right, no point. Oh God, so you guys are
Final.
out.
Yeah.
Mike and I are tied.
Right.
Not to steal your job, Joe. Sorry.
It's all right.
All
This
right,
is
so
the
this
last one, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Famous actor
Goodman.
known for roles in Con Air, Rounders, and Burn After Reading.
On air. It's Nicolas Cage and John Cusack.
My God.
Is that correct?
Pay that man his money.
Rounders.
Oh, Rounders. Oh my God.
So Buzz,
Yeah.
we both got it wrong.
I don't have a.
Oh,
that's what
I
I
can
asked
find
before you
one.
went
I mean,
into
I
it.
can find
Yeah,
one
yeah.
so easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can find
I
it.
got you
Oh, my
guys.
God.
Don't
By
you
the
worry
way,
about it.
by the way, John Malkovich was that one.
Malkovich.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
How did I let Rounders go? I was so stuck on
Yeah,
the airplane one,
Con
the
Air.
Con Air.
Mm.
Oh, my God.
I was
know.
waiting for Cusack, though. That was stuck in my brain. You
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Final one.
got this.
A local here in town and also a very famous professional wrestler.
Cena.
That is correct.
Oh, God. The suspense is killing me. I've paid my dues. Oh, thank you, God. Thank
Dramatic
you. Thank you.
pause.
Final score, Pap.
Your final score, JoJo and Tony Burton both blanked 0 points on the board. Galvin had 7, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 8.
Bobby Kelly usually squeaks 2 out at least.
I'll get one tomorrow.
I got to tell you, there's 3 or 4 answers I had that Galvin had it before the question was.
He's so aggressive.
I mean,
It's
I don't
no,
know.
I'm not
Joel.
knocking. I'm not
You
knocking
got
you.
it.
It's your
It's
your
amazing. No.
strategy.
yeah.
It's your excitement and anticipation of the next answer.
You don't want to go
Yeah.
Williams.
No,
you know what
no,
I mean?
and you
It's
lose
like
that
you
way.
go fast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're very fast. Very good.
Good morning. Who is this?
Joe,
Joe, you're the winner. Congratulations, sir.
awesome. Thank you.
What do you do for a living, Joe?
Right now, I'm retired military, but I'm currently doing private security.
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you for your service. I'm going to put you on hold. Johnny B will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with the prize. Okay, buddy?
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you. Oh, all right, Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Big Mac guy, proper caliber.
Good Gio. He's not even
I
here
know
today.
that
Yeah.
really stinks that he's not
Yeah.
here because it is kind of right in his wheelhouse. Proper caliber, and that's just Frank.
Oh, Frank.
Yeah.
All right. We got a lot of things to get to today. We got the replacement team in this morning. We've got Johnny B at the board. We got JoJo in the studio. We got Super Agent Tony Burton in town. I went to the bank a couple weeks ago. Had to fill out some paperwork,
Mhm.
and the guy
For the Rays, buying the Rays.
Let's not bring that up yet.
All right.
I got a little bit of a talking to this week.
Oh, no.
After getting a little lippy on the air. I had to go to the bank, and I was talking to the guy, the loan guy, and he said, he listened to the show all the time, and I said, "Great, thank you." And he was like, "I do have a question, though." I forgot his second question, but his first question was, "Who is Tony?" Because we were talking about the death pool, and he's, and I forget that people are newer listeners. We've never established. Tony is my friend and longtime agent, who has been involved in the show, calling in or mostly is somebody who back in the day was known for killing good ideas.
Voice of good reason.
Looking back on it, probably not at the time, but
Yeah.
looking back on it,
Bit killer.
big killer.
Keep you on the air.
Yeah. I mean, I remember one of the first days after Tony and I started working together, I had to call him, and it involved Tom Brady, and it was not good.
Yeah.
And we got through that one. So, and many others after that.
Yeah.
So
Many.
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, Galvin has the news. We'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. But I had to get something to wash the Dochi out of my head. I can't stop listening to Dochi.
I love her.
Oh, so do I. I mean, she seems like she'd be a lot of fun to hang out with.
Let's get her in here.
I would work on it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what you can do.
She's from here. She loves herself some Tampa.
I know. She's friends with Babs over at Wild. I know that. So,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of beautiful black ladies,
Thank you.
did anybody see the post
You're
from
not beautiful.
from the Bone out for the St. Patty's Day and stuff? And there was a few different ones. There was maybe one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
Where was it?
One of the events. Like,
I don't follow the Bone. So I don't know.
McNittons.
Shocking.
No,
Let me see if I can find it.
I
mean,
saw Mike Olivero was
it
out.
So it was in that little scroll thing where it
didn't
was
scroll.
Mike and Corey and somebody else there.
Yeah.
And then it was this chick that was gorgeous.
It's so funny you said it because I didn't scroll, but I did text Mike Olivero to see who that chick was that they were sitting with. I guess she covers. Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. She's
I
beautiful.
mean, beautiful. Hang on, I'll send it to you guys.
I guess the chick that
this
Mike
one?
Olivero is with.
Yes.
Do we
Right?
know? Do we know who she is?
I don't.
Oh, get on that, Jojo. Get
Okay.
her in here too.
Sure.
She's wearing green.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me
How
whatever
come
you
you
want.
can't help me find a girl for Pete?
You didn't ask me to.
No, I'm saying, can
Oh.
you? I mean, like, well, I mean, like, in volunteer services.
Sure.
But, I mean,
Also,
I'm
I'm a great wing woman, so let's
I
go
know.
out and then.
but the problem is we need to find somebody for Pete that doesn't have Pete face.
Okay.
And I showed Tony this weekend. Pete gets up every morning and he sends me the pictures of the girls who I guess swiped on him or whatever the term is. And it gets worse and worse every day. It gets worse and worse every day.
Yeah, because I feel like now it's more of people who have a harder time finding somebody in real life, so they go on dating apps. Because if you go out and you're good looking, you're not going to have any trouble finding somebody.
I
know.
feel like. I feel like if I
Right?
like Pete doesn't have a hard time meeting girls
Yeah.
and getting hot girls.
Okay.
Right? Tony was trying to explain to his wife how unbelievable it is that that Pete gets the girls of the caliber that he gets.
Yeah, he's charming.
Yeah, and I feel like though it's got to be. I mean, I'm being a little bit selfish here. It's got to be somebody that I like
fair.
because I want to hang out with them. You know,
course.
I know
But
they're going to be in my life. They'll be in my house.
Yeah.
There was also the notion thrown around possibly that you would be interested. Is that a possibility, or is that?
I love Pete.
But is that something that romantically you could
I
love
don't
Pete,
see it.
or is it
I don't
just
see it.
friend Pete?
Because why?
I don't know. I don't think you're.
Good enough.
No, not
No.
at all.
It's
You
fair.
kidding me?
I get it.
It would be my dream. You're in my every time I have a
I
dream about having
heard.
triple wives, where you're number 2 and my go-to.
I did hear about your top 4, like Neo, and
Yeah.
I was just there to
It was you.
cook.
It was my wife.
Wasn't
You. Well, listen. I'm
Alright.
just saying each one had a different.
Yeah.
Duty.
Quality.
You came in with I
Duty.
can bake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. So
I didn't know what you guys were
So,
eating
oh my
and not
gosh.
eating right now, so I
Listen.
didn't make anything for today.
if I got 4 wives, I'm just gonna get as fat as I want.
Okay.
At that point,
Okay.
one doesn't like me. The
Well,
other
I
one
mean,
will like
today
me.
I was gonna make stuff, but
Oh,
I didn't because I
today.
don't know what we're eating and what we're not eating.
Well, I mean, you could just leave me out of it. I'm so good now at ignoring food. We're all over the place today. Tony and
Sorry.
I went to Crave,
oh, those
the cookie place,
Yes.
with my daughter and her friend, and they had a crookie, which is a croissant chocolate chip cookie that I was dying to bite my face into. Then they had my all-time favorite cookie is the Girl Scout Samoa cookie, and they had one there, but it was like
Oh.
real fresh made and
Yeah.
kind of. Oh man, I was dying.
Grasshopper.
The grasshopper, which is kind of like a thin mint thing.
Okay.
And they really made some fancy cookies. I didn't touch them. I didn't have anything. Even when we went to Sacred Pepper, I had a steak. You know, I didn't have
Great
anything
steak.
bad. Yeah. So it was-
24 days until the cruise.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
Tighten
can
it
I
up.
tell you this?
Huh.
Tony and I went to the gym yesterday.
I saw.
Yeah.
What was there some business to be done there? Or what? What's going on?
We went to EOS,
Mhm.
the gym that I've belonged to for 3 years now.
104.
Yeah.
Uh,
When we talked about the gym, I thought he actually had been a few times and be like, I know Carmen would always say, "Oh, you went to the gym." So I asked, I said, "Do you guys have a cold plunge there?" He said, "Tony, I've never been past the front desk."
Gosh, I am unaware of the amenities.
Yeah.
I have been on the treadmill here. I have a treadmill here in the house, so I've been training for my 5K here, and I can't see going to the gym to walk on the treadmill. It's if you have a treadmill, it just seems silly. Not that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying for me, I have one here. So, but we went yesterday. Just took a dude's afternoon stroll to the gym. How do you like that? Oh yeah, It was. I'll tell you.
And what did you do there? Treadmill, or did you do any weights?
We did a couple of different things.
Sit in the sauna.
We sat in the sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It was
main-
really
the
good.
main
Really
thing.
good sauna.
Dude.
All right.
We went in the sauna. I was so new to the gym. I didn't know that you had to bring your own towel. I thought they just had towels there. That's what they have. Like if you stay at a hotel and you go in the sauna, they have
Yeah,
towels.
You would think.
So we got towels, and then we went in the sauna. We put our stuff in the locker, and then we went in the sauna, and it was me and Tony and two other dudes. And then it just filled up, and the box was just filled with shirtless dudes sweating all over each other.
So the situation in there is everybody in towels, or some people in shorts,
we
or
were
some
all
people just
naked.
letting it go?
Everybody's letting it fly.
Oh.
I had my no.
No, for
I
real
was,
though.
I was
mean,
wearing shorts and a tank top, much like I'm wearing now. Tony was wearing shorts or a bathing suit, and most of the guys
tank
in there
top
were,
in the sauna.
yeah, just like this. I'm too fat and sassy to be sitting out there all, no, especially for the guy who came in last and had to stare at us because there was no room to sit. I don't know.
You offered him your lap?
I didn't. I offered him to sit in between my legs
Okay.
because there was a second shelf. It was a lower tier. Yeah.
That's
but
not uncomfortable. That just seems so.
it was so awkward.
Everything
if it-
about what you just said seems
No,
so.
what's super uncomfortable is the guy that comes in there and drops the towel and just, and you're like, come on, dude. We
Yeah.
know what you're trying to do.
But like, it just seems so gross. Like, I understand if you had one at your house and it's just like you know who's in there.
Yeah,
and
Right.
community
all
sauna
their like
seems,
sweats
yeah.
and
No, most guys were in like boxer briefs or
yeah.
shorts, and then there was the one guy meditating. He
Yeah,
literally was in the.
That was the problem is that
Yeah.
like being in there for the 20 minutes or whatever and talking to Tony would have flew by like that.
Right.
Having to sit there in silence and breathe through your nose that hot air. And meanwhile, I'm like, every time I wanted to talk, I go, oh, that guy's got headphones in. But then the other guy's sitting there like this. He's literally sitting there like this. And I thought, well, I don't want to disturb him or whatever. So we just
But
sat
you're
there.
in a
And,
public place. So I mean,
Exactly,
he shouldn't
yeah.
expect you to just.
I know, but it's also, there's certain etiquette in a sauna and
Look
other
at me.
places.
I'm
I
meditating.
know. It was
I told
really
Mike
awkward.
at the gym I go to, it's like based on the age, is like how people dress. The older they are, the more likely they are going to come in naked.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at the very least, they're naked with a towel around it. But one guy last week, he just came in absolutely naked, holding the towel, and then he put the towel down.
Let's
and then he
get
put a
this
towel
party
over-
started.
Maybe I need to come to EOS
Exactly.
and enter the sauna.
I'm not at let my balls fly age. Yeah,
No.
at all.
Also, I don't think you want to see that.
I definitely don't.
I'm wondering, what are they doing in the ladies' room? I wonder.
I don't know.
Towels, I would assume.
Towels or bikinis, probably.
I've never been in one, but I've heard like a lot of them will just tie the towel around their waist
Right,
and then be
right.
naked up top.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
like
I
that.
heard lingerie and kissing. Is that
Sometimes that
Okay.
heavy petting.
Yeah.
It's not even hot in there. Just nice and warm.
Yeah.
How good did it feel though?
I mean, I it's amazing that in 1 minute I sat there and was like, all right, my nose is a little bit hot. I look over at this guy, he was drowning in his own Irish sweat.
Yeah,
It was
English, yeah.
amazing how much you sweat.
yeah.
Yeah. I tried English.
We have a
I
good
forgot.
cooling down system.
It was, I mean, he was drenched in a minute and I was like barely sweating on my arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I don't feel great. Like I didn't get out of there and was like, oh, I think you're so hot that the minute you get that cold air, you're like, oh, I feel great now that I'm out of there.
Well, you're supposed to do it multiple times.
Right, I did
this was your
enjoy
first,
it.
and I felt great that you got past the front desk.
Yes.
Right? So there's a lot of wins that went there. We got the towels. We got you into the sauna.
I
so-
do have the urge to go back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's good.
Or do you have an urge to have a sauna in your house?
We talked about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That'd be easier.
But see, Galvin, I'm going to be honest with you. Part of my getting old and losing interest in things is I'm running out of things to do. So now maybe driving over to the gym and the sauna, I'll be like, all right.
Right.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, when you have the guys come in and work on the front, work on the back, put a sauna right back there.
Oh,
that'd be
no,
pretty nice.
It's worse, Calvin. There's a space for it in my bathroom by the
there
gym.
you go, yeah.
We have a little gym in the house, and there's a bathroom right next door to it that nobody ever uses that has a shower in it. I just want them to cut half that wall and put the sauna in. I'm gonna call Waterman Construction.
My shower in my master bedroom is pretty big, and it's walled here, and it's half wall here.
Right.
And I feel like they could easily just close that in and make it a steam room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that would be pretty easy to
That'd
do.
be great.
Yeah, I like steam room more than sauna.
Steam room's hard though. For me, it's harder like to breathe. To
Yeah.
actually stay. We did. 20
I like
minutes.
the struggle.
Yeah, you like the struggle. Just if you redo the bathroom, just keep the bidet.
You know what? So, the one in that bathroom.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
toilet seat. That's the best thing. But we have a real bidet, like a separate toilet.
Oh.
In my master,
Right.
that came with the house. Nobody ever uses that. I peed in it once because Juliana was going when she was a baby, and I had to pee so bad I couldn't leave her on the toilet alone, and I had to go. But that's the only time I think that bidet's ever been used. I don't know. I keep wanting to swap it out for a urinal, and my wife thinks that that's unsanitary.
Yeah.
I think a urinal is way more sanitary
Yeah.
than a bidet.
Yeah, Howard's got one in his house.
A urinal?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Wells had one in his house too. That's
really?
the way to go. Yeah. It just makes it a lot easier, and it's quick in and out. You don't have to worry about peeing on the seat.
That one you have in the bathroom downstairs with a heated seat is like, this is unbelievable. And and such a thing existed.
Yeah, no, that thing's wonderful. That's my spot. Just so you know. All right,
That's why it's heated.
Yeah, exactly. I just go in there and sit there every once in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, hundreds of mostly Venezuelan alleged gang members were deported from the United States to a prison in El Salvador on Sunday, with the Trump administration invoking wartime powers to speed up removals despite a court ruling halting the move. In the latest dramatic showdown between the White House and the judiciary, a federal judge temporarily blocked the administration's ability to use the centuries-old Alien Enemies Act on Saturday evening and verbally ordered any planes in the air carrying some of those migrants to turn back to the U.S. U.S. District Judge James Boasberg said that the temporary restraining order will remain in effect for 14 days or until further order of the court. One person familiar with the matter said the planes were already in the air at the time of the judge's ruling.
So the judge ruled that it was illegal to send them out.
Yeah.
And they were in the air. And he said, "Stop it!" And they said, "Nope," and just went and took them, got rid of them.
Yeah.
So what are the repercussions for that?
I don't know.
What could happen?
I don't know.
Oh, but he's.
I mean, now you're battling the top guy against the top court. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, he's unloading the bad guys. Get him out.
Yeah.
Get the Joe.
Yes, Mike.
Trash removal.
All right.
Get him out.
Deploy the cans.
Put them on the planes and get them out. They keep showing on Fox News a bunch of prisoners going in and getting their head shaved. I don't know if that's the same thing or what it is, but is there anybody that's against that? Like,
I don't think so.
Yeah, just get them out.
I mean, it's not just like people. I mean, if you're here illegally, whatever, but it's also not just people that they're like, all right, back to your own country. It's criminals. And yeah.
Not people with jobs doing something.
Right. All right. We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
How about this? France wants the Statue of Liberty back.
Come get it.
France should take back the Statue of Liberty because U.S. No longer represents the values that led France to offer the statue. That's according to a French Euro deputy, saying, quote, "Give us back the Statue of Liberty." He said at a convention, "We're going to say to the Americans who have chosen to side with the tyrants, to the Americans who fired researchers for demanding scientific freedom, give us back the Statue of Liberty," he told cheering supporters.
Look here, Pierre. The Statue of Liberty is in the same spot that we left it last time you saw it. It's in New York Harbor. If you want to come get it, just give us a heads up that you're on the way, and we'll meet you in the harbor.
It's right
How's
there.
That sound?
Good. Take it.
Good luck, France. I let you fight a couple of guys from the Bronx before we even deploy soldiers on you.
It's going to be like a lot like the movie The Western Shane. Pick up the gun.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Plus, what will you do at the end of the Planet of the Apes? If the
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true that it would take away the end of the world for all of us. That's the number one sign that the world has ended is the crown just emerging from the ground.
Give it back.
How good would it be if Trump said, take him back, and then he built a bigger one, the Statue of America?
Yeah. I mean, God, I remember when the Twin Towers fell. I couldn't comprehend the fact that it would never be in the skyline again. Like it's just not there anymore. Can you imagine if we lose if Trump orders them to pick it up, pack it, and send it back? Hilarious.
Oh, he'd send it back in pieces.
Yeah,
He'd cut its head off.
Yeah, you want it back? Here you go.
And then he'd have just a big statue of Melania. She's gold with a crown on and
She's
stuff.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
The FBI has recently warned of weird ransomware attacks, threats delivered by the United States Postal Service.
Oh.
Yes. United States Postal Service, alongside a dangerous ransomware campaign from so-called ghost attackers and some of the most sophisticated threats against Gmail users ever. Having previously also advised users to use a two-factor authentication to mitigate such attacks, a new published FBI industry alert has rolled the mitigation advice into one as ongoing attacks by Medusa ransomware gang continue. So they're saying enable 2FA for webmail services such as Gmail and Outlook, as well as VPNs, according to the FBI. They say enable it now. So if you want to know how to do that, the enable two-factor authentication, which is the 2FA for webmail services, you log into your webmail, navigate to security or settings, and follow the prompts to set up a 2FA using an authenticator app or SMS text message.
Is there anybody not doing that already?
I don't know. I mean,
No, I mean like
I'm
any
sure
of us. I mean,
plenty
I
of
know.
people.
Oh, yeah, I meant like any of us. Like, cause I mean,
But there are
that's-
some stuff that's like the two authentication, Jesus,
Sorry.
thing, and I'm just like, I don't have time. Just get me in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what it is, but your Gmail
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah.
I use it for everything. I'm constantly having to look at my phone and go to the computer and dial it up and then call Joe and be like, Joe, what's the password for the? I forget it all the time.
Have you ever felt as cool as whenever you go to log into something and it's been like 6 months since you logged in it and you know the password? The first try you get it and you're like, I'm pretty good.
Or
I'm pretty good.
if I go to it and the other day, Joey got locked out of his phone. It wasn't his phone. It was out of iTunes. And we had to reset the password and we couldn't find the email. It was a big to do. And I said to him, I said, Joe, I think this is the password. He put it in. He goes, no. I go, we're going to get locked out. And I said, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to make an appointment and go to Apple tomorrow. And just the thought of that trip to Apple and spending hours there. And he was like, but now I can't get into my phone till we go to Apple, which probably won't be till Monday. And then he goes, oh, I got it. I go, what do you mean you got it? He goes, I guessed it. I guessed the password. He guessed the password. And I was like, I got to change my passwords. He was able to figure it out on the third guess.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, he knew
right,
what it was.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
still. But that saved us. Can you imagine the headache that saved us of having to go to Apple and go through all that rigmarole?
Well, you and I both have AOL still. I mean, obviously we have other stuff, but we still have AOL because we've had AOL for a long time.
AOL.
I got locked out of it.
Yeah. Just
And
change your password.
I can't.
Why?
I can't get into it to change the password. Like I can't do anything.
Is it connected to like an old email address you don't use anymore?
I don't know.
I can help
Good to
you.
know.
I can help you with
All
that.
right.
I
We'll
have.
see.
I
But I
amend
just
my
haven't
email
been.
a lot.
I just went. Good times, AOL. It's over. I was just like,
You stood by me.
Yeah, I was
You've
just
been
like,
good for a long
the
time.
90s are over.
I guess it's done. Yeah.
I'll tell you, man. There was nothing better in the '90s than turning that on, and then what the big AOL welcome that would come on.
Yeah.
It was
You
good.
got
You remember
mail.
that conversation with the Stengels? And I said, because we went to AOL, we were doing a pitch there, and they said the number one source of revenue for AOL was people paying for AOL
Still,
Oh, yeah.
that were still paying that did not have to pay.
Yeah.
And what so they were saying, if you had any sort of streaming service, then you didn't have to pay, which everybody had, but you were still paying like $4.95 a month. And then as I was telling the story, Justin and Eric looked at each other and said, we don't have to pay.
Ah,
And because they thought if they didn't pay, they were going to lose their account.
right.
Do you know that I you had to call AOL to cancel. You couldn't do it online at the time.
Okay.
So I called AOL the day after they announced that they were going free. And I called them up and I said, hello. I go, yeah, I'd like to. I heard you guys were doing free, AOL. And the lady goes, oh, you want to do that? And I go, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
The free one, I really, really want to do that one. That was great for me because Pete and I didn't have a pot to piss in, and we were paying for high-speed internet and AOL at the time. That was a lot of money a month. AOL, I think, was like
your biggest bill.
AOL was like $13 a month at the time. It was
But
not.
those
It was
chat
not
rooms
cheap.
were everything.
Chat ASL.
That door opening.
ASL. Did you ever go to a guy's house that you met on
No.
AOL? Really?
No.
Because I met a lot of girls on AOL.
Parking lot.
No, I mean I did a lot of dumb things and
Send nudes?
talk to people. No,
JoJo.
I was always a chubby little thing.
Oh, come on.
So nobody really wanted to meet up, but it was just fun to be able to talk and be somebody that I wasn't
Yeah, it was also
with random strangers.
It was the first time you could talk to somebody in Idaho.
Yes.
Yeah. It was like,
That was
you're
cool.
in Idaho. Yeah. Or
The-
you get somebody from
Yeah.
in an international, like somebody in France.
It didn't matter.
No.
Say whatever.
I
Right.
still say one of the coolest things ever in the world was I was up in Louisville just for a little while doing radio up there, but they had, and it was when MySpace was still very popular. They had MySpace, but it was local MySpace. It was Louisville MySpace.
Yeah.
And so you could totally meet up with people much easier.
Because
You know
that's what it started out, right?
Yeah.
For like colleges and stuff.
Right.
So everything was local initially.
Right, yeah.
And then they
Yeah, but this
Got
was
so
cool because it was like everything that was going on in Louisville, all the different stuff, but then also the people you were talking to, you knew everybody was there in Louisville.
from there.
I will say an honest statement that in the 90s, I think I got as much sex from AOL as I did from radio.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, you'd think that would be way out the other way. And I do have to say that most of that came through Pete. Because Pete was the ASL master on that thing. He would just come in my room and be like, I got 2, they're on the way. Oh, okay. It would
Didn't
be
you
great.
guys have a contest to see how few words he could say?
Oh, that's the best.
That was Fat Lisa. That was we had this one slump buster.
Fat Lisa may have been Fat JoJo.
Hey.
Back
No.
It might
No,
have
when
been.
you were,
You were I
you
would
said you were chubby.
Listen to me.
I
I'm
now.
I'm mean. And I wouldn't even call you chubby. I wouldn't say you were chubby.
That's all right.
I know I wouldn't. I mean,
He's
I
not
wouldn't
talking-
say it
She's
if it
not
was true.
saying now.
Right. I've never known you as chubby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
I knew you as pregnant. Johnny B
That
knew
was
you was
bad.
pregnant.
Oh, don't bring that back up.
Wow.
This
Anyway.
is when you were pregnant, right? Nope.
Look at us with our bigger bellies.
Oh man.
Hell.
So
Yeah.
anyway, Fat Lisa was a good slump buster. She was down whenever you were ready, and Pete would only call her when he was drunk. And we'd leave Ybor City, we'd get on the Howard Franklin Bridge, and Pete would have a contest to see how few words it would take to get her to come over to the house. And we were on the bridge, and Pete would call up, and she'd go, hello, and he'd go, now. And she'd go, okay. And she'd come
Oh
over.
my God.
And then he goes, I could beat it. I go, how could you beat it? How could you beat
It was one word,
word?
yeah.
And we went over the bridge. Hello. All right. He got her in a, he got her in a, She came over and and God bless her little fat heart. She was the trooper of all troopers. She was a giver if ever there was a giver.
Could you imagine being woken up in the middle of the night to go deal with these two?
By the way, not even
Really?
if they were in the bed in bed next to me, and he was like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, handle that yourself.
Oh, last night I thought my wife and I fell asleep real early. It was like 8:00. We fell asleep
Yeah.
real early. And we were just laying there. And then around 10:00, I woke up for a second and I rolled over and I thought, if I stuck my hand in her pants or something, like if I tried to make a move, she would beat me down. Like I can't like you hear those sexy things you see on Instagram and stuff, how to wake your husband up in the middle of the night. I just thought if I turned over now and started groping her, she would turn over and go, what is wrong with you? Like
Okay,
there would have
but
been
what if
nothing
she
sexy
would do
about
that to you?
Yeah, I'd be like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you women don't get it. You don't get it. I said
do.
to you the other day.
I would be fine with that.
No, I said to you the other day, I was talking to you and you said, do you need anything else? And I said, send nudes. And he said, and you said, you don't want this. We do want them. Don't be surprised by that. I'm telling you right now, we are all anxiously waiting for somebody to either accidentally or just randomly send us nudes. Some girl sent me a nude in the last couple of years. I woke up, it was a text, And in the text was a topless girl, and I went, "Whoa, what is that all about?" I hadn't seen this girl in years, didn't know anything about her, and I mean, I knew a little about her, but and then I was like, "What's up?" And she was like, "I was feeling really bad about myself yesterday, and I knew this would make you would like it or whatever. And now I feel better about myself. I'm done." And I was like, "Okay, thank you. I'll be your springboard for whatever you need. You need to feel better about yourself or something. You need some positive affirmations from me. I'm there for you." That's the way to go.
You're such a
We
team player.
want nudes at all times.
Okay.
You want to show us a thigh? We'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah. And don't think we don't want the good stuff either. Everybody's like, you don't want to see that.
You can even do the armpit and make it look like a butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're like, yeah, all right, whatever. The Savannah Bananas
Oh boy.
did something in a football stadium that most MLB teams, including the Rays, likely won't do
Especially
at their
the
home
Rays.
ballparks this year. They sold out. A full crowd filled Raymond James Stadium, the home of NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to watch Banana Ball on Saturday night. Raymond James Stadium typically holds over 69,000 people, but can expand to 75,000 if needed. But the Savannah Bananas sold it out.
Over
There it is on Bone TV how packed it was. there.
70,000 people bought tickets in record time to go see a baseball team that runs around on stilts and does backflips to the bases and has baby races, and will not go see a real life Major League Baseball team that is in St. Petersburg that has been to the World Series. They're a contender almost every year, and you can't get more than 7,000 people in the stadium because no one wants to drive to St. Petersburg to see baseball. Move the goddamn stadium to Tampa and give the people what they want. 70,000 people went to go see the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball on Saturday. What more do you need? What more do you need? Other than maybe mixing in a couple of backflips. That's the only thing I think that could improve it. But my God, I did not go. My family did go. I am aware of who the Savannah Bananas are. I don't think that I would have. I probably would have enjoyed it. I don't think that I wanted to go there, but I'm sure if I was, I probably would have enjoyed it. I think it's great what they do. Now, did they bring their own team?
That's what we asked. They have like the Washington Generals,
Right.
Against the Harlem Globetrotters. Do they have the whoever that they always play because they're in on it and they get the jokes and they set it up and do that stuff?
Sure.
They're
They
called,
gotta be-
the Party Animals is the other team.
Oh,
Well, the
Savannah.
party animals are
Oh,
never
yeah.
going to win.
Yeah.
Wait, do they play a real game? No.
Did you go, Johnny?
No, but I mean, I've looked into them a little
Yeah.
bit. It is basically like a more famous version of the Globetrotters, and they always play the Party Animals. Party Animals are just like them, but a little meaner.
Oh.
And but they all do the same thing. They do little gay dances and backflips and stilts and things. And
They do not play a full game. They play 2 hours worth, and when the 2 hours is over, the game is over.
Oh, okay.
So they
And-
know what to do.
I mean, they're not playing.
Right, because the pitcher's like throwing and he throws 3 balls at once.
Right.
And does
Okay.
stuff like that, which,
So
you
it's
That's
an
kicked out
entertainment
legal.
thing.
you get,
so it's not,
you get kicked out in Major League Baseball.
So it's not real baseball.
Right.
No.
Right.
But
But it's,
the
they're real
difference between the
players.
Rays.
These guys are like real, like minor league level players. I mean, they're good at baseball.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
But
now
they're
I
also
will
good.
tell you this, and in all seriousness, Rays and everybody else, my daughter, who's 12 years old, came home from seeing it and said she wanted to go to a real baseball game now. Like it got her interested in baseball. So
Well, baseball, did you tell her baseball's so boring? I think that's
I said, she goes, "Can we go to a real game?" I go, "Unfortunately, no. The team does not like Daddy, and Daddy does not like the team, so we're out on that one." I will take her to go see spring training at the Yankee Stadium if she like. That'll be the closest thing.
Okay.
But your new ownership group,
Well-
she'll like the team.
Listen, I have agreed that I won't say that anymore. I have
Sorry.
I have what they say. I've jumped the gun a bit. I've showed my cards.
You got a cease and desist?
Not necessarily. I gotta. Hey, this is not
Just
how we
to
do
sit
business.
down and shut up.
Yeah, I gotta basically
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of baseball, a new poll asked, which sport do you consider America's game?
Football.
football.
38% picked baseball.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're used to saying that.
It's because America's pastime.
Right.
That's
They're
what
used
it's-
to
yeah.
hearing that and saying that. And the truth is that there's no sport in this country more popular than football. And, I would say even hockey is probably a close second, along with baseball. But and then the NBA, the NBA is extremely
most
popular.
kids though start playing baseball. Like that's with baseball, softball. Between that and soccer, I feel like kids.
Because it's hard for kids to play hockey because they don't know how to skate.
Right.
And it's dangerous for them to play football. So
Right.
it's
Correct.
easier for them to play
Correct.
baseball.
But so
yeah.
that's where I think that love of baseball comes from when you're little, and that's what you start out playing. Soccer never really caught on here as much. It's more, I think, but baseball, I feel like that's where a lot of that comes from.
It's still weird to me that that soccer is not more popular here.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
soccer is such a fast-paced game, and it's so popular worldwide. And the amount of Europeans and Hispanics that live here and that love it and grew up in it and had it in the family are basically the only ones that still like it.
And if you ever watched indoor soccer was exciting because it's way faster, it's way more high scoring, it's a more exciting game.
Yeah.
I think in America would get behind it. But they did have, indoor soccer for a while, and then that went by the wayside. Now they have the outdoor, but it's still,
It isn't like soccer is like everybody's first sport because at the age of 4 or 5 you can kick a ball.
Yeah, you
Right.
run
So, like,
around, yeah.
But I don't know. It is the same thing in the South, but in the Northeast, for baseball, gets crushed by lacrosse. So
lacrosse is making a push now.
is it
Big,
down here?
yeah.
Because like all the kids will play baseball until about 4th grade, and then the top athletes from that all gravitate over to lacrosse, and they absolutely just crush baseball.
Yeah.
And even whenever you're little, you play t-ball. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, lacrosse is huge now. That didn't even exist when I was a kid. And Joey played a little bit. And my nephew Billy plays now. And yeah, more and more kids are playing because it's more. There's more combat in that, and there's really none in baseball. And at least you get
Yeah.
to hit a couple people.
Gear.
Yeah, you get gear.
coincidentally, Major League Baseball will launch its new season tomorrow in Japan when most of us are sleeping.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, they have some games over in Japan, like football's doing Germany and Brazil and that type of stuff. So they're going to play over in Japan.
my
and,
brother went to a baseball game in Japan when we were there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they went and checked out because they do all sorts. They're almost like Savannah Bananas in reverse. The crowd's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a real game going on in the stadium.
Google is officially retiring its assistant tool and migrating its users to its AI-powered Gemini. So they're putting all their power behind Gemini instead of the assistant.
Gemini.
Yeah.
I have not used Gemini. Have you?
Now, Gemini is getting popular, though. But, I don't use... I know you have the Bailey.
Yeah, I don't cheat on Bailey. Good
She
morning,
knows
Bailey.
all
How are
that.
you?
Well, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Do you know what Gemini is?
Absolutely. Gemini is one of the 12 astrological signs in the zodiac. People born between May 21st and June 20th
Gotcha.
are considered Gemini.
Okay.
Gem-
Hey, do you know where Pitbull Toddler's playing this weekend?
Yes, Pitbull Toddler is playing at the Daiquiri Shack in Madeira Beach
Daiquiri.
on March 21st. It should be a great show.
Do you know who the members are of Pitbull Toddler?
Yes, the members of Pitbull Toddler are Pete Larios on guitar, Galvin on drums, John Brennan on guitar, Josh Baloney on vocals, and
Baloney.
you, Mike, on bass.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Josh Baloney makes me laugh every time like I'm 5 years old.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. It's weird to have it on a Monday.
Today is St. Patrick's Day. JoJo just pinched Tony. He's not wearing any green. How
Nope.
dare you?
What do you? Oh, is that a green shirt?
Yeah, and I have
It's
green
like army
underwear on.
green. You do?
Yep.
Prove it. JoJo.
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 Oh, don't
JoJo.
do the side thing. Oh yeah, you
That's
do.
fine.
All right.
Is it lacy?
Yeah.
What do you got? You
It
got
started out white.
Oh.
She's left it on for a while.
What do you got in the region over there?
I'm sorry?
What do you got in the region? I feel like it's puffy.
In what region?
Oh,
like in
is-
the hair.
Oh,
area.
none.
Oh, none at all.
No.
At all.
No.
Race
It's
and stripe.
racetrack. Yeah.
Racetrack. Everybody's driving in
all the way down.
Just got tires around it that are spray painted.
No, it's just easier. Get rid of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
I feel that way about my head.
That's just probably I had camel toe because I was sitting, and
Oh.
so the jeans on.
Oh, I got you.
That's
Okay.
why it looked
That's hot
probably a
tubs.
mess.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
He said it.
By the way, did we ever find out? Do you have a boyfriend?
You did not find out, but I do not have a boyfriend.
Hmm.
Do you have a man friend?
No, I mean
When's
I have
the-
lots of man friends.
When's the last time you went on a date where somebody else paid?
A long time.
Really?
Mhm.
Where's this?
Actually, I take that back. I went on a date on Friday with
Well,
Mo.
Mo?
Oh.
No, where somebody
And
else paid.
He did pay.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't
Where did
pay.
you go
He
with
got
Mo?
it for free.
Yeah.
We went to Hooters.
I was gonna say he got free
Hooters.
wings or something.
I don't know. There was a check brought and his
20% off.
card down, whatever it was. I
Did
did
he
not
have the
pay.
orange VIP
I
card?
offered to leave the tip, and he said, "No, I got it."
You and Mo, what do you guys talk about?
Just you and Mo?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Just you and Mo.
he had time in between. He was there recording some stuff and had time, and I said, "You know what? I'm done here. I'll go and have some wings with you." And it was.
I feel like that
Nice.
would have bugged me after a while. Like I was like, yeah, Mo, I'll go to Hooters with you, and then 10 minutes in, I'd go.
It was
what am I-
quick. It was
what
like
am
an
I
hour
doing?
because he had to be
Yeah.
back at the station.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah.
Which one? Over on 4th Street over? That's not really a date. When's the last time you were like a potential to bang the guy you were eating with?
A long time.
What's long to you?
I don't need dates anymore.
Is
I
that the
just
guy's
need,
name? Long time?
I just need between 8 and 11
Just show up.
Inches?
p.m.
Oh,
That as well. Yes, and then that's my bewitching hour. So then I go to bed.
I don't know. I think if you and Pete were dating, it would be the best of both worlds for me. It would be fantastic.
Yeah, but why it wouldn't work right now is because my daughter's too little. Like he's already done that. That's what's hard for a lot of people to.
Uncle Petey Weenie is pretty good.
I know, but it's like I don't get weekends every other. I get every day, all day.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's what's hard. Somebody coming in if they don't
I want
have
to talk about
kids.
that too. How do you? I don't know.
What?
I don't want to cross the line.
Please don't.
I have to. I can't possibly comprehend
Oh, that line.
having a child and not seeing the child. Like having a child, like now that I have a child
hmm
and not seeing the child.
Yeah.
That perplexes me. I do not understand that.
I don't either.
I'm so attached to my children from the day that they were born that I can't imagine going. Like I remember being away from Joey when we went. That was about this time we went to Ireland right after he was born.
Yeah.
And not after he was born, but after he can kind of do some stuff. And I was used to him being around. And those days in Ireland, I was kind of depressed. I couldn't figure out why. I missed that kid. I
Yeah.
can't be away from that kid anymore. How anybody could do that?
I mean, I guess if you don't really ever want them,
Still.
then maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, going on the cruise, this will be the first time that we've done like overnights. She'll stay at my mom's or my sister's,
Right.
But multiple days because she was like, "Oh my God, are we going on a cruise?" And I said,
Oh,
"No, ma'am, I am going on a cruise."
yeah.
So
Trying to find that boyfriend.
no, just trying to find a friend.
Yeah, I'm very excited
fun.
for the cruise.
Me too. Thank you.
Oh,
For
I'm excited that you're
having me.
going.
Me too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this will be good. Who do you know the list? Have you seen the list?
I mean, I've heard it.
Johnny, you're going, correct?
Yeah, even though JoJo didn't want me to a couple weeks ago.
Well, I was bumping bellies with you, so I feel like that was a fair trade.
Yeah,
That's actually one of the events that we have on the
Yep.
cruise.
Bumping
You and
bellies.
Johnny bumping bellies. Yeah.
I'm in.
I know. Well, I was supposed to room with Corey.
Right.
So Corey Cardinal, Mike Olivero, Mike Cernak, Johnny, Dizzy.
Is Dizzy going still? Nobody has an answer on that.
I don't know. He doesn't. He's gonna evade you until
Yeah.
April 10th.
Until you see him on the cruise ship.
He
He's already,
has
he's
evaded.
already checked in.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. You think I can't uncheck him?
You can't.
Oh, Galvin's won the challenge. I think
You won't.
one of the greatest things we could do is uncheck Dizzy while his girlfriend goes.
Yeah.
She's already checked in. She
Right.
goes on the cruise
I mean,
and we
that would be-
uncheck Dizzy.
Super
And
messed up.
every social media post is with her.
Yes. And we make him do he's got to run the board for every show.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Wait, so what's the mystery? Is he? Why does he doesn't want to admit he's going?
So no, Dizzy used to do the after show.
Right.
So being a part of the show, he went on the cruise last year.
Mhm.
This year, Johnny is doing the after show.
Mhm.
There's really no reason for Dizzy to go on the cruise.
Right.
Now, it's not that we don't want him to, but it's like, hey, he is an expenditure, and maybe there's somebody else that would make more sense to go. And I don't know. We have to figure all that out. But
Right.
in the meantime, who approved Dizzy to go? and we're trying to figure out, and we tried to get Dizzy to call into the show, and he refuses to acknowledge that we want to talk to him. He hasn't hit us up at all. So,
Do you want me to bring this up in my meeting with Jason Meter?
no. I feel like if we really wanted to, we could just go to John and we can find out. But I kind of was wondering if Dizzy would, have something to say about it. And maybe the thing that I get from Galvin and Gio is that Dizzy does nothing on the cruise. That Corey Cardinal works his ass off, Tom works his ass off, and Dizzy just walks around trying to convince people he's me. So, which physically we're on polar opposites. So I don't know if but Dizzy's going so much and he's so excited to go that he booked his girlfriend. They're not staying in the same room, but they were both going. I'm not, because Dizzy goes with somebody. Who'd we say he was rooming with? Johnny,
Tom.
do you know? Tom.
Tom
And Dizzy were rooming. Then his girlfriend was going and rooming with another girl.
But I also just Mike Olivero, just tell him what to do. Make him work.
Mike Olivero's too nice.
He is. I know.
Yeah.
I'll tell him.
Okay.
I'll make Dizzy work.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
I know we really want Dizzy to work. I mean, what does he do?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't really know.
I don't either.
Anyway.
Today is St. Patrick's Day. Green beer, obviously popular for St. Patrick's Day. Here are a list of other things that may cause some.
What is green beer? Just beer with food coloring? in it?
Food coloring in it.
And you can easily change the dark color of a beer to green?
Well, not dark. I mean, if it's like a Guinness or something like that, it's not going to be green. But
Okay.
any amber beer, any beer, normal beer, if you put a little green in it, it's going to look green.
Gotcha.
Lots of green drinks. Green mimosas in Nebraska and West Virginia. Green Jello shots in Georgia, Virginia, and Kentucky. Irish margaritas in Texas. Grasshopper cocktails in New Mexico.
I do enjoy a grasshopper.
Grasshopper is delicious.
You do?
Listen,
I feel like it's such an old man.
Yeah.
but
Drink.
anything with like the mint in it is good, and that has a little cream de mint in
Yeah.
there. You know?
Are you doing it like an after dinner drink, or is it like what you drink?
Oh, you're not drinking it to get drunk. You'll
But I'm-
be,
Yeah.
Be puking everywhere.
I might be
Right.
like a
Stuff
before
everywhere.
dinner drink.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
So thick.
It's like Galvin said.
That's a dessert.
You can't drink more than one or two of them.
Yeah.
Or else they're just sitting inside your gullet.
And then green whiskey sours in Wyoming, green lemonade in Kansas, green smoothies in South Dakota, Shamrock Shakes in Illinois.
All right.
So where I lived in Illinois, we had the McDonald's that was in town. The main one was a testing McDonald's because
Right.
they'd been there for so long. So we used to get a lot of the different things. But Shamrock Shakes, I remember those were so good.
Never had one.
Oh, really?
Never had a Shamrock Shake. Not for any reason other than I don't know. Just never did.
Good stuff.
I'm sure I'd love it.
Of course, you can add some booze to them as well. Get
To the
Shamrock-
shake, what do
Yeah.
you add to a shake? A little
Vodka.
Kahlua or something?
I mean,
Vodka,
you
really?
could put vodka. Vodka takes on the flavor of whatever you're mixing with and stuff. You want to spice it up, do a little rum, put a little rum in there.
Yeah.
You can do whiskey, just like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, whiskey in the milkshake. I just want to taste a $5 milkshake. So they have the Irish whiskey Shamrock Shake in Louisiana. That's what
Okay.
they do. They
All
put
right.
a little Jameson's in there. Desserts, things like Shamrock cookies, Shamrock cakes, grasshopper pies. That sounds like it would be good. Mint brownies, green sprinkles in New York, and then key lime pie, of course, a little green.
But when it comes to eating, nothing but corned beef and cabbage.
Well, savory dishes
Oh.
in Arizona. Oh, I don't know how you make this, but I don't want to try it. Green spaghetti.
Green spaghetti.
Yeah, green spaghetti.
That's another thing. Probably just food coloring.
Or maybe pesto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put some pesto in there or something. Pea soup in Maine.
I love pea soup.
Green eggs in Indiana. Green
Listen, there's nothing good looking about
No.
green eggs. Green eggs look like an abortion.
Green deviled eggs in New Jersey. And then if you're going full Dr. Seuss, they do that in California, green eggs and ham.
Has anybody ever had a deviled egg out of the jar?
Oh, yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
You what?
Pickled.
Pickled. You've
Yeah.
had that? Yeah, not deviled.
It's
Pickled.
a pickled egg, yeah, because we were in Savannah, Georgia for St. Patrick's Day, and it's huge up there. And there was Churchill's, which I think is burned down now, but they had it in there, and we're drunk. And we're like, yes, hey, the pickled egg. Wow. You didn't know.
Oh, that's Johnny. You've had it too.
Oh yeah. I used to work in a bar that had, it looked like a science lab behind the bar. They had like 8 different pickled things that you can have at any time. It
Now,
was,
when they have the pickled pig's feet,
yeah.
do people order that?
Not white people.
Oh, that's a black people thing.
I mean, from my experience, yeah. Like when
Okay.
I grew up in Seminole Heights, and you go into like the more ghetto convenience stores, and the pig feet were very popular.
Really?
Yeah.
That does not appeal to me. And I like a good gross piece of meat or something. Like you tell me something's porcupine butthole, but it's delicious. I'll try it. I'm not worried about that. But tongue and feet just seem like two different. Like they seem too easily identifiable.
But also the
enjoy.
pickled egg in the jar, it's more of like a dare. I dare you to eat that, kind of thing or whatever. Just doing it for the.
Yeah, I think like in the bar, but I've been in bars before where people would say, "I'll take a beer, a shot, and one of the eggs." And they're like, "Okay," and they pull the egg out. Like, who's really doing this?
Some people are.
Yeah.
Gio not here today, out, but he's missing some big news in the burger world. The world's biggest Big Mac fan hit another milestone. 71-year-old Don Gorski has been eating 2 Big Macs every day for 53 years, and he just ate his 35,000th Big Mac on Saturday.
2 at the same time, or you think he goes and gets one for lunch? And
Oh,
one
I
for
don't know.
dinner?
I don't know.
No wonder. Big Macs are delicious.
Big Macs not as big as they used to be.
Oh, really?
I thought it was because I grew up and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
when
your
I was a
hands got
kid,
bigger.
they're definitely smaller. But it's also it's got a lot of bread in there.
I liked it. I like the Big Mac. I think that I could eat a Big Mac without the meat if they just put the sauce on the bread with the lettuce and all that. I'd be good with that.
Sauce is good.
So my son taught me there's a hack. He gets the McDouble, but then you can ask for the Big Mac sauce,
Right.
and you can ask for the sesame seed bun.
Oh.
So it's like a third of the price. Just so it has one patty instead of 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember, did you see The Office? Whenever Kevin came up with the idea, you get a Big Mac and you take a piece off each time, whatever, and then at the end of the week, you have a whole nother Big Mac. It was the dumbest thing in the world. A new documentary claims that Jim Morrison is still alive and working as a maintenance man named Frank in Syracuse, New York.
I saw this.
It's called Before the End, Searching for Jim Morrison, and it is on Apple TV+.
It is a super fan of The Doors who believes that he was alive. This has been on Apple TV for some time, but the Syracuse.com picked it up and put it on, and now it's gaining some steam. They believe that he went up there and disappeared, and he took over this guy Frank's identity. I guess that guy Frank died, and he just took over his identity. And they say one of the things that makes it unmistakable is that they both have scars on their nose in the same spot. So I really hoped at some point in the early 90s, Andy Kaufman would have come back. I feel like if anybody was going to do it and pull it off, it would have been Andy Kaufman. For years, there was talk about Elvis being alive and Elvis being hiding out somewhere. Anybody that did that for long enough is gonna come back before they die. And remember Eddie and the Cruisers?
Yeah.
Eddie and the Cruisers movie was similar to that, about a rock star who was supposedly had died, and I think that's all hot.
Nobody's pulled it off yet.
But
Houdini.
what would be the point of it?
Like in Elvis's case, Elvis couldn't do anything in public. He couldn't go anywhere. He'd just disappear and be able to live a normal life.
And
He
Jim
never had a normal
Morrison
life.
seemed like such the artist more than trying to become popular and all that type of stuff, that he, probably didn't want all the celebrity that came with making the music and doing the stuff.
I mean, he probably did for some time.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sure
he was
he
a Lizard
did.
King,
Yeah,
and then he got sick of it after a while.
Right.
And he was on so many drugs and he drank all the time that he was probably maybe sobered up. I was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And the only way he was going to do it and survive would be able to disappear. Whereas Andy Kaufman was just such a prankster and was so in character all the time,
Right.
that they believed that there was a possibility that he faked his death, but too many people saw him on his deathbed and how he looked so bad. But it would have been the greatest thing, because he even made him, if he lost all that weight and made himself look sick so that it would have been just really adding to the joke.
By the way, that was one of the greatest scenes in the movie about Andy Kaufman. Was he tried to be healed by this healer they did a whole thing, and the guy did a sleight of hand thing where he had like chicken gizzards in his hand and was pretending he was pulling them out of it, and he sees him doing it and he's like,
I'm dying.
Yeah, but I'm dying because I got fooled by a guy, just like I've been fooling everyone and pulling these pranks and do all this stuff, and now I got. And he was just like, oh, I can't believe I fell for this.
Yeah.
Because you're desperate,
Yeah.
you're dying, you're gonna try anything. It was wild. But that was a good movie.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be great if on the 30th reunion of Taxi, Andy Kaufman showed up.
Well, that would be huge, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody's ever pulled that off, and that would be such a big thing, especially somebody as famous as Elvis or Jim Morrison or Andy Kaufman or somebody like that. To be able to pull that off and do that, you'd be like, what? Because I don't even know whether we'd believe it.
Well,
remember whenever the fake Peter Criss was on whatever show that was?
Yeah.
They found the homeless guy.
But nobody really knew what Peter Criss looked
Right.
like. 'cause
And
he
so that was
big
great.
one. Yeah.
And everyone totally
That's
believed.
true.
And everyone was
That's
like,
true.
and then Peter Criss was like, hey, I'm totally fine and
Yeah,
rich. And
yeah.
that's not me. I'm not some dirty homeless guy.
That was here. The guy was in Clearwater.
Oh, was
yeah.
it? What show was that?
I don't remember the show, but I remember
Was
reading
it
the stories.
Was it Jenny Jones or was it Sally Jesse?
Probably Jenny Jones.
Yeah, one of
Anyway.
those ones.
The Andy Kaufman thing, the one thing that made me think that there was a possibility is that
Tony Clifton.
Tony Clifton, they had Tony Clifton was an alter ego and a character that Andy used to play. And when the Man in the Moon movie came out, they had a party at the Playboy Mansion. And they said, hey, Jim Carrey's coming to the party, but he's going to come as Tony Clifton. And they were like, all right, well, that kind of takes the coolness of Jim Carrey being here away. And Tony Clifton came and was doing his thing, going around, talking to the people, whatever. And then Jim Carrey showed up.
Right.
And they just assumed that the Tony Clifton but it was the Bob Zamora guy.
Right, because they used to pull that prank.
Right,
They used to do that a lot where everyone would think it was Andy Kaufman, and then Andy Kaufman would come walking in, and they'd be like, wait, we thought that was... Yeah.
That's something, man. That really would have been good.
Speaking of Apple TV, did you see the trailer for the new, I think it's a movie that is called Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm?
I did not.
Yes.
Doesn't that look like it's
So
going to be good?
good.
So he is a big shot, like hedge fund guy, and he winds up getting fired. And he's rich, obviously, hedge fund running the thing. And he lives in a huge mansion with all these other huge mansions and stuff. And they're always having parties and barbecues and going all the things, whatever. And he goes, I realized that a lot of these people wouldn't notice if a watch was missing or if one of their bags that cost $70,000 or their paintings or this and that. So he starts robbing all his neighbors and doing this stuff. Yeah. And it's great because he takes it to this lady who's a fence and she's like, this is your plan? And he goes, it's a plan, and she goes, it's going to run out. And he goes, yeah, whatever. And she goes, I'll give you $65,000 for the watch. He goes, I'll take it.
Oh, that's great.
It looks like it's going to be really good.
See, that's an original idea
Right.
for a movie.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I believe it's just a standalone movie. I don't think it's a series or anything like that. But it's got like Amanda Peet is in there. Olivia Munn is in there. Yeah, there's like a pretty good cast and stuff. And John Hamm's great and stuff.
Have you been? I was going to ask you what the last movie that you saw in the movie theater was, but I thought you might have been there because of your kid.
Yeah, we go. She loves. Do you hear her knocking on the door? By the
Is
way,
that what she's doing?
Yes.
No, I don't hear.
Who is it?
Yeah, I usually kid movies.
Last movie I saw was the Led Zeppelin becoming Led Zeppelin documentary.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think the last one I saw was the
Horizon?
The Horizon.
Yeah.
The
Kevin Costner.
movie. Yeah.
I told you you guys have to see Enora, the movie that won the Oscar.
Really?
I know, but
I
by the
don't
way,
know whether you know who I am.
No, trust me. So the woman starts. She works in a strip club, and the first 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what to.
Yeah. And it's so good. And I don't want to give away too much of the plot, but so she falls in love with an oligarch's son,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
I saw a clip of her giving a dance in like an apartment or whatever, loft, whatever, and she I said she definitely took some lessons. It was on with Mr. Skin. It was with Mr. Skin and
We had him on. Yeah,
but the plot is great. Her acting is great, and then even like all like the Russians and everything that starts. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good. And usually any film that wins the Oscar for Best Picture is like you don't want to see.
Right,
I saw something, and I'm not a huge fan of Michael Che. Like he's good, Weekend Update, fine, whatever. But he said something interesting that I thought that makes a lot of sense. They were talking about the Oscars and talking about Best Picture, and he goes, nobody's seen, like, not too many people have seen any of the movies that were on that list. And he goes, I think they should wait a year or wait 5 years. He goes, because the Oscars come out and they get it in under wire, and the movie just came out like a month ago.
Right.
He goes, wait 5 years. He goes, to see how it does and see how it really is. He goes, because there's so many movies that didn't do anything and then wind up becoming great movies, or these ones that win Best Picture, and you're like, that won Best Picture,
Right.
Like I never even saw that.
Like what's the one that we talked about with the girl in the van?
Oh,
the girl in the van.
the,
Yeah.
with
The one that won
billboards?
Best Picture
Oh
for a
yeah,
couple years ago.
Ugh.
That same chick with the billboards, but in a different movie.
Billboards outside of.
Yeah,
but
Missouri.
not that movie. It was
like Voyager or something. I forget what it was called. but
Nomad.
Nomad.
Oh,
There you
Nomad.
go.
Oh, yeah.
I liked Nomad.
Yeah.
Galvin was like, it was ridiculous. I hate it. So I watched it.
Nomad Land.
And I
Yeah.
liked it, and I thought it was good. It wasn't the best movie.
Right.
It didn't, I mean,
No.
she was good. She was a really good actor, but she's a great
She's a
actress.
great
She's great in
actress.
everything.
Right.
So I don't know how they determined that was the movie, but
It was like one of those like slow, esoteric, beautifully shot kind
but
of.
there
Right.
was no, but there was 5 other ones like that, and there was nothing about this one that was so. There was nothing at the end where you're like, wow, or the whole didn't make you feel good or bad. I don't know. I just feel
Yeah.
like we argue also about Dirty Kids in the Parking Lot, the Florida Project,
Yeah.
which is a movie about people who live in hotels that closed down in Orlando, not closed down, but like that are no longer attraction hotels. And the poverty level in it's just so gut wrenching.
Yeah.
But they used real kids and or real first time actors for the movie that it's almost like you're watching a documentary, and
Right,
it just rips your heart out. And that made you feel so bad that I was like, that is an Academy Award winning movie.
Right. But this year you had A Complete Unknown, which was great, and that was and I really
I
loved
have
that.
to tell you, A Complete Unknown was good.
Right.
I don't think it was great. I think Timothy Chalamet probably did a great job as Bob Dylan, but
He did a
how
great job.
we all do Bob Dylan. Everybody can do a Bob Dylan.
Yeah, but he spent like 5 years learning how to play guitar. How
Oh
to sing.
yeah,
Like,
he definitely
what
put the
did was
effort into it.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even in his speech, he said about how he put 5 years into it and stuff. And he goes, and I want to be one of the greats. He
Yeah.
goes, I want to be, one of the best actors. I want to be a, what's his name? That's number one guy. Bill the Butcher. What's his name?
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis, or those type of people, whatever. He goes, also, I'm inspired by Michael Jordan and these guys that are great at whatever they do. Parasite won Best Picture for that year, 2020.
Oh,
But
well, whatever.
it was nominated and had
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff. Parasite was actually good. I liked
Yeah.
Parasite.
But Timothy Chalamet actually, all the songs in the movie, he sang them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were actually, and he was singing them live when they were recording them.
Can I tell you though, to go back to Jim Morrison, that was the first person to really do it. Was Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer,
He
yeah.
went and sang all those songs. It was the only
Did a
way
great
for it to be
job, too.
believable. Yeah, he said the minute you see me lip syncing, it ruins everything. So,
Right.
and then of course Ray
Yeah.
with Jamie Foxx was
So good.
unbelievable.
Jennifer Lopez with Selena.
I did not see the Selena movie, believe it or not.
I saw it.
I don't know
it
if
was
she
great.
was lip syncing any of it. I'm sure some of it or whatever because it's an older movie.
Yeah,
too,
I don't know, but it was it's
she
funny
was
because
great.
it's almost like a after school movie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it was good.
Especially
and
for then.
I didn't know who the hell Selena was.
Me either.
You know what I mean? That was my introduction to who Selena was.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you look at them and you're like, oh, yeah, she looks exactly like her.
Yeah. And they
Sounds-
all love Selena.
Oh, my. it's
I was
wild.
I went when we went to see Foreigner, we got food at a Mexican place and they had a big mural of Selena. I'm like, they still love Selena.
Still love her.
All right.
The last movie to recommend is Conclave.
Oh,
Okay.
I saw Conclave. So Conclave was great actors in there and stuff. I saw the ending coming a mile away.
Yeah.
And also I was just like, ugh, okay, 2025, that's the end.
So it is not real. It's just a movie based on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I gotta keep forgetting that.
yeah, it's not a documentary.
The
It's
cast is insane.
yeah.
Yeah. The cast is great. I meant like it wasn't based on how they searched for a real pope. It was just
No, I mean, I think the whole process was really cool because you're behind the walls and you never get to see how they pick the Pope. So you get to see what that process looked like, and even what the room looks like, or but
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't realize they keep voting until they all are unanimous, so
Right,
how
right.
it sways and different people kind of
it's a great time to be in Rome when they're picking the pope because you check the smoke, and if there's smoke, if
Sure,
black
yeah.
smoke, white smoke, that's pretty cool.
Gene Hackman left his estate to his wife Betsy, but since she's dead as well, she died first. Her kids from a previous marriage may be able to claim it.
Yeah, and
Since they're next
who
in
were
line.
written out.
Yeah,
They were written out. They did not have a good relationship because he was not a good father. They
Right.
say, and he wrote them out of the will, and now they're going to get all the money anyway.
yeah.
See, I
Jackpot.
thought it said it was going to charity was his backup.
No, because the wife died first, so he left all the money to her.
Okay.
But because she was dead, it
He
defaults to the kids.
Oh.
She died, so it doesn't go to her. When he dies, he died after. So because he died second, that means it would go to the kids. If he would say give it all to charity, that'd be a
Right.
different story. But if it was a backup to his wife, then it goes into the court. The court goes, well, they're the next in line.
I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, either way, it's messed up.
Yeah.
But I
Well-
guess if you're not a good dad,
If you're not a good dad and you don't have that relationship, do you really love your dad though when you get $65 million?
oof.
Yeah. You see, you're in bad shape too.
Thanks.
Because I'm saying like God forbid when your parents pass away. I
We
would
talk
say,
about it all the time. We just talked about it a couple weeks ago.
but you've got 2 brothers
And a sister.
and a sister,
Mhm.
so whatever's there, you got to split it with them.
Yeah. Which is funny because we were just talking about this and I was saying to my parent, like, be specific. Like, you
Right.
can't be just split it 4 ways because then that's what's going to cause the problem.
What do you want that your mother has, like tangible items?
My sister and I kind of go back and forth on like if there's jewelry or things, different rings or
Right.
necklaces that, are from the family, but we're pretty amicable on that. And a lot of stuff is really, we'll go to Everly, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's fine now. And then my brothers are the same, like who's going to get a ring, who's going to get a watch, who's going to get whatever. But yeah, that's what I said. I go, just be specific because otherwise it's going to be chaos.
And Galvin's dad's probably got it all laid out for all you just split everything with your brothers.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and my sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Then we found out later. Yeah, which my brother Tim is actually power of attorney for my father. So doing all that stuff, whatever.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And then I just always say my mom died and she didn't have nothing. And then when my dad dies, my sister's getting everything. So we got screwed. We got double screwed on the parents deal.
Why is she getting everything?
Because she's my sister. She's the sister. She's the girl.
He's doing all right.
I'm doing all right. She's doing all right.
She's
too.
doing all right.
Goddamn
Yeah,
girl.
I would always say that to my dad because he would be like, I don't know this. I go, Dad, enjoy your money.
Right.
Do whatever. I go, we're fine. We don't
Yeah.
need any of your money.
Yeah.
You know what
I
mean?
do.
Yeah.
I would like I have
I mean,
nobody
I-
to leave me a windfall.
I would love. I mean, I would love to have money, whatever. But I would also like for him to enjoy his life and not think about should I, get the Martinizing on my car.
I mean,
Yeah.
if my parents had millions upon millions, then that would be a different. But if it's not that, then yeah, use it, enjoy it.
Right.
It's fine.
But
I don't
also
need-
make sure that stuff's taken care of before anything happens because the nicest families turn on each other.
Exactly.
you
Very
know?
true.
I
Yeah.
have insurance. If I die, my kids get millions of dollars.
Yeah.
That's don't tell them. That's how I wish it was for me, and it's
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah.
not. I don't like that.
Well, I don't
Like,
have
I-
millions, but I just keep taking all
You
these
think your dad's
policies.
still
I'm
paying
like,
for
whatever.
life insurance?
What's that?
So do you think your dad's still paying for life
No.
insurance? Yeah.
No, and I think that I think it's very unfair that all the joy that I've brought to the listeners over the years, not one listener has left me in their will over the years,
That you know
except
of.
Dr. Conley.
And Dr.
Dr.
Conley.
Conley. Dr. Conley gave me his hat, which I still have, by the way.
Yeah. So a lot of people out
Doctor,
there.
don't say. Oh, Dr. Conley was hugely racist and
So
hated
racist.
white people. I was the only white person he liked. So
You could
You'll
be
be
in
in
a lot
my
of wills
will.
that you don't know about.
but it's not going to do me any good if I have to wait it out. I need to be in the wills of people who are dying now, so I have time to enjoy that money.
Speaking of kids, Kanye West put his daughter North on a new song that also features Diddy and his son King Combs.
Oh,
Kim Kardashian apparently tried to stop him from releasing the track, and he has vowed to go to war with her.
what do we think about it? He's just nuts.
He's
right?
out of his
like
gourd.
he's like is this him being eccentric or is this just
No.
him being nuts? I
He's-
mean, nobody's wearing the swastika. Trying to do. I mean, how
He's
are we
out
still
of his mind?
taking him seriously in any capacity?
I would have to imagine that how like the CIA was like MLK's an agitator, and we got to take him down. So something's gonna happen with Kanye.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know.
He's a mess.
I don't know. He might be aligning with the current government
just never know.
just fine.
There's a certain caliber, like obviously there's movie stars, and then you see their wife or something, or you see their husband, and you're like, really? They must have met before they were famous or something.
We
Whatever.
were just
Hugh
talking about this
Jackman.
yesterday. We were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman was one of the things we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise deserves a certain caliber of woman.
Yes.
Ana de Maris.
She's perfect.
Gorgeous.
They were spotted out in London again.
Oh.
Yeah. She's the right
She's
caliber.
gorgeous.
She's
gorgeous.
younger, absolutely beautiful.
What
But
Tom
it's Tom
Cruise should be
Cruise.
dating.
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you have to see if she passed the test. Scientology test.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
That's the thing that supposedly shuts him down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't want to be the Scientologist. He doesn't like him.
Was
those are
Mimi
rumors.
Rogers? Was Mimi Rogers in the Scientology?
She got him in.
She did.
Yeah.
Oh, she was the first one.
She was the first one. She got him in. And while he was there, they realized that he could be the next big one to go out and get other people. Because that's the thing. They wanted to keep growing, growing. So
Mayhem is officially Lady Gaga's 7th #1 album.
it sounds like all the other ones.
She's doing pretty well.
Yeah,
I haven't heard
That's
it.
fine. It sounds just a lot like her last couple albums.
Did you see your main man, Eddie Vedder, jump on stage with Jack White for Rockin' in the Free World over in Tokyo?
Japan, yeah. Saw that.
That's an odd pairing. I would think that for some reason those two would have beef.
Oh, I don't think so. I think they're both political
But I think,
rock and rollers.
yeah, that's why I would think that they would be like, I don't like that guy. He's
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's cool to if you both happen to be in Japan at the same time, I mean, like, enjoy a vacation.
Yeah.
You know, I remember. You remember we went on. I was in New York for Thanksgiving week, and I went on Opie's show while I was there, and Opie was like, "You're on vacation. Why do more radio?" And I go, "I don't know. I can't stop. I like being here. You know what I mean?" But yeah. So I suppose if you're there, but
also it's different. It's not any heavy lifting. It's like, you just show up and everybody goes crazy. If you show up to somewhere and everyone goes crazy, you're like, yeah, I'll do that again.
Yeah. When I was in Japan, P-Lander Z was there. And I was trying to get over to see them.
That would be great.
That would be great.
Yeah. I'd like to see them on their home planet.
That's the
That'd be
thing.
the
You
cool
know,
thing.
very rarely do you get there.
Finally in news, a bunch of different songs that pop up in TVs and movies and all the different stuff, but some are in a lot more than others. These 10 songs have appeared the most
Ooh, can you
in
save it
movies
till we
and
come
TV
back?
shows.
Yeah.
Start thinking about movies and TV shows and different stuff where you're like, they're using that song again, or
I know. I think I know already. But all right, we'll do that when we come back. We'll talk about that. I got to take a break because it's already 8:07. Our phone numbers are 800-771-1025. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can do that. I'll take some phone calls, and we'll do that list when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. All right, we started to talk about this before we went to break.
Yeah, so different songs that you hear on TV shows or commercials or movies or stuff that you hear a lot. What are some of the ones? I have the top 10 and how many films and TV appearances that they've been in. What is your number one? You go, oh, yeah, this has been a million different things.
Well, I know because he told us on the show that Twisted Sisters, We're Not Going to Take It, according to Dee Snider on our program, is the most licensed song in the history of songs, according to him.
Not in the top 10.
Not even in the top 10?
Not in the top 10.
How
This
about-
is for TV and movies, so they may
maybe for
license
commercials.
for different. Yeah.
I feel like that's in everything.
Right?
How about Born to Be Wild?
Born to be Wild. Not in the top 10.
Oh my
All
God.
good guesses so far, by the way. All good guesses. You hear those in a lot of different things. Would you like me to give you number 10?
Hold on, I got to play one more for you.
All right. What do you
How
got?
about this?
No.
Good guess.
Number 10, Escape, the Pina Colada song, Rupert Holmes.
Really?
36 films and TV appearances.
Does it say what they are?
No,
Like,
it
such
doesn't.
as?
No, it doesn't list.
That's the app I want to make.
What?
Oh.
That
What,
when you play it, that's what it pulls up. Like what
Like
movies?
Mr. Skin for songs.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Because I was like, I've heard that. What show is that from? Or
Mm.
where do I know it from? And then it would pull up everything.
Yeah, I get it, Joe.
Sounds like Joe.
There is a tie for number 8. Let's Get It On, Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
38 film and TV appearances, tied with, and you've heard this in everything, Walking on Sunshine,
Oh,
Katrina
yeah.
and the Waves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's in a ton of different things. My favorite TV appearance for Walking on Sunshine is anybody?
I don't know. No.
Anybody? Rehab, the lady that used to do the duster, the canister
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And she goes, It's like walking on sunshine. And somebody took it and remixed it and played the Katrina. It was so funny. That lady was so weird. She would take the computer cleaner, the duster stuff, whatever,
Yeah.
and she'd huff that. And she was a really attractive younger girl, whatever, and she was just wasted on that.
And what does that do to you?
It gets you super high.
Like when you say hi, give me a
It's
a
like
drunk.
huffing gas.
Yeah, I know. Well, you say it like I've huffed gas before.
Well,
I've never huffed anything in my life. I've never done the whipped cream
like spray
thing.
paint. You spray paint something, a paper bag.
No, I've never done that.
That was one of the funniest cops ever. The guy, he goes, "Have you been to Huff and Paint?" And the guy's like, "No, not at all." And just silver all around us. You had been Huff and Paint or going down on robots.
Because the
Something's happening.
metallic paint gets you higher.
Yeah.
I don't, Joe. I never huffed anything.
Not
When you
me
say-
either, but I've seen it
Oh,
done.
I don't believe you.
Well, I'm
You've never
telling you.
huffed. You've never done the whipped cream.
That's
nitrous thing? Yeah.
nitrous oxide. That's
Okay.
different.
You've done that.
That's
the
probably
whippets?
similar. Yeah, that's probably similar
that's
to this.
huffing.
Whippets. That's kid stuff.
Oh,
You go.
okay.
I don't like that smell of the paint. It's making me nauseous now just
Yeah.
thinking about breathing it in.
I love
So
it.
I would
you
imagine-
do?
Yeah.
I would imagine after you're high off that stuff, terrible headache.
No. And the great part about nitrous is, you once you come down, you're totally normal.
I
it's
was
just
actually
basically-
saying paint. You've
Oh,
never done paint.
I
though,
thought you were
guess.
talking about nitrous. No, I'm
Joe,
sure
go get
that's
some
that.
paint in the garage.
No,
Let's try it real quick.
no, I'm too old for that, Michael.
Did I ever tell you the kid that we had these neighbors that moved in next door to us and they were from Arkansas and they're the family that gave me the pork spread sandwich and I was like, what is I thought it was peanut butter and jelly. I'm like, oh, you gotta warn people.
No.
But Rodney, the one kid, and he looked exactly like a Rodney would at like 8 years old or whatever. He had like curly white hair and glasses and he was like, I'm Rodney. But he was sitting in the garage of one of our other neighbors, and I was like, "Hey, Rodney," I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Jeremy around or whatever," his brother, and he's like, and, like looked at me all weird, and I go, "You all right, man?" And he's like, and I'm like 12 or 13,
Right.
and he's like, "Hey," he's younger than me, and I go, "What is going on?" And I went over by him, and I could smell gasoline. He was drinking gasoline.
Oh, no.
Why?
I don't know, but he drank gasoline. I had to go get his parents, and they took him to the hospital and everything. Yeah, I don't know what
Rodney.
was going on. Rodney. Come
What are you doing?
Maybe that's what you do in Arkansas. Yeah.
Holy cow. When I was in
I don't know whether he just sipped it or what, but you could smell it on his breath.
Oh,
I mean, I love the smell of it, but
no.
You
I
do,
guess
huh?
little
Oof.
kid, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Let me taste it.
Drink it up.
Smells good. Let me taste it."
Ooh.
cool.
I'm trying to think of what the weirdest thing as a kid where I was like, let me see what it tastes like. I don't know. Once you taste alcohol and you're like, ugh.
Markers. You ever have any of the kids? You know those
Oh.
markers that smell so good.
You
Yeah.
know what I think I ate? Glue.
Yeah, that's
Glue?
what Everly just told me she tried before.
Glue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
I
because not
assume.
because I'm like, let me taste it, but it would dry off and it would be stuck on your hand. You go to bite it
Yeah.
off and you'd be like, oh, glue.
So back to these songs. These are songs that you've heard in movies and TV shows and different stuff. These are the top 10. There is a tie also for number 6 here is Chumbawamba,
Oh, yeah.
Tub Thumping.
Ooh,
Oh.
what a
And-
horrible song.
September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh,
That's in
great
like
song.
everything. They use that for like every medication now. Earth,
Yeah.
Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. These are montage songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Chumbawamba's I'm training to come back from the fight. And September is like I just got a new boyfriend
Yeah.
or something.
Or try this new pill.
yeah,
for your-
yeah.
Oh, you said fight. That made me think of what's from Rocky. I feel like that song's always in.
Eye of the Tiger?
Yeah, that
Oh,
song's always
Eye
in
of the
stuff.
Tiger? Not in the top 10.
Oh, of course
Oh.
not.
Not in the top 10.
Hmm.
This one, you may, whenever you hear it, you may go, huh? What? But then if you play it, everyone will go, yeah, I've heard that before. Fade Into You, Mazzy
I
Star.
love that song.
Yeah.
I love that song. I love
41
that girl.
films and TV appearances.
Really?
Yeah. Take a listen.
Do you, and the girl that sings this is so gorgeous, so it makes it even 100 times better. But I don't recall hearing this in any movies or anything.
Yeah, this isn't like every.
Walking alone down the sidewalk,
Yeah.
kicking rocks and crying.
You think you see her in the crowd.
Yeah.
It's not her.
You're sitting there looking out your window as it rains.
What
Is there any AC/DC on this list?
There is no AC/DC on this list.
Oh, I got one.
Who?
Born to be Wild.
Born to be Wild, I believe Joe already said.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
where you heard it somewhere.
That's right.
It
And
was
it's
from
still
Joe.
not on the list.
No.
Number 4 is Fix You, Coldplay, which Mike and I didn't think would sell out Raymond James Stadium, but they sure did.
So the Savannah Bananas.
42 film and TV appearances for Fix You by Coldplay.
Fix you.
Yeah. You've heard it. As soon
I'm
as you play it,
sure.
you'll be like, oh, yeah, I've heard that. or he's getting his kid back.
I don't know that
Something.
song.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm sure I've heard it before, but I
Yeah.
don't recall it.
You know what's it about? He wrote that song. Chris Martin did for Gwyneth Paltrow after her dad died, and she was all sad, and he wrote it for her.
Is there a better way to get a girl than to write a song for?
I mean, just being
Like
Chris
something
Martin's
like that.
already good,
Right.
right?
That's true.
If you're a popular rock star and you write a song that's going to be on the radio, if you just write a song and it's not that great, and the girl's like, "Ugh, I was right. We're still broken up."
Dude, I tried to a couple of times in my relationship with my wife, I try to grab a guitar and sit down and go, "Hey, I just want you to know it's between you. I wrote this for you because I love you," and can't do it with a straight face. Like she doesn't. She is so turned off by that if I try, like if a guy came to you and was like, "I was amazed by the beauty in your eyes and it inspired me to write this song," would you be like, "Oh"? My wife would vomit in my lap.
I mean, like randomly.
No, like somebody, if you were dating somebody and
Oh no, I would think it was sweet.
she would not.
I mean, if you said all of that, that would be funny to me. But I would appreciate the effort
Yeah.
of a song.
What if it was bad though?
Then I would tell him.
Oh.
would
You know what?
Not my favorite.
Would you?
Oh.
But-
What'd you say, Johnny?
I would say, I actually, cool story, not really. I took a year of guitar lessons before my wedding because my goal, and behind my wife's back, I didn't tell her. I was going Mondays, like in the daytime and getting lessons. And the goal was to surprise her and sing a song at our reception to her, playing guitar. And it'd be like one of the songs that's like one of our, first songs.
Because Johnny can already sing.
Right, Johnny.
Yeah.
Can
If
sing
you've
like an
never heard
angel.
him sing, he can sing.
That
so-
also makes a difference
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
approaching your wife
Yeah.
about playing a song for her.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be more sweet to do it live than to have somebody play a karaoke track behind me, you know.
Right.
So, but after a year of lessons, I wasn't good enough
I know that feeling.
to play the song. So now I know just enough chords to where I make up songs for her all the time, but they're just really offensive with things I couldn't say on the radio.
I was gonna say, what
Yeah.
what
Right when
song
they
were you
tuck it.
trying to learn? You should have learned something with just 3 chords. It's
I
simple.
know, and even with that, I probably would have screwed it up. And it was just, it was first just trying to get my fat fingers to be able to play.
Johnny's trying to play Roundabout by Yes.
It's so hard to sing and play too.
Singing
Right.
and playing is a lot different than singing
Yeah.
or playing
Yeah.
independently.
Yeah,
so
it's
now
funny
I
because
have-
I can hold a whole conversation while I'm playing drums. If you came over and talked to me, I can totally talk to you. If I try and strum a guitar, I'm like, I can't do it. Yeah.
For the
Right.
most part, I'm hitting one string at a time when we play in the band, and Pete will come over and try to talk to me, and I go, "Stop! I
It's
can't pay attention. I can't do
amazing.
2 things."
And it's always the part that is like the most important part of
Yeah.
the song. Pete's like, "Hey, Mike, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Come on, man, this is not the time."
I can't do it. Yeah. So did you? What did you do at your wedding? What did you end up doing? Just singing?
Oh, I
Because
didn't know.
Mike, because
No,
Mike wasn't there. I was there. Go ahead, tell him, Johnny.
I didn't perform at all, but there was about 5 of my comedian friends because half the crowd was comedians. They came up instead of my best man doing a speech. He brought them up to roast me.
Oh,
that
that's
was
pretty
kinda-
good.
Yeah, that was the entertainment. And that was a lot of fun. But no, I didn't perform or anything. I didn't want to do that. You know, it's like
You did show up on a goddamn boat, though.
I did
remember
do that. Yeah,
it was
with
cool
the-
because the place had a pier, like a dock on the end,
Yeah.
whatever. So the bridal party came up on boats,
That's
which was
pretty
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah.
yeah, with the Jaws stain playing, but the DJ wasn't playing it loud enough
No.
or something. I don't know. Yeah.
So you didn't sing to your wife. Like I would
No.
imagine that would be cool because you can sing so well.
Yeah, well, I think people expected it, you know, and I didn't want it to be, it's a Johnny B show, you know, I'm performing, you know, it was really her day, you know, so I was just happy to be there.
Isn't it weird how when we were engaged to be married, I kept saying, "Well, yeah, it's her. We should do this for her. It's her. Make it big. It's her wedding, you know." And everybody was like, "You know, it's your wedding too." And I went, "Yeah, you don't really think of it that way, though. It's really like your."
I
your
told my
wife's
wife, I go, "What do you want to do? We'll do whatever you want to do, any of the different stuff." And she had like a couple ideas, and I go, "All right, we got to start." Nailing this stuff down and doing it. And then I gave her the ultimatum. I said, "Listen, you have until Tuesday at noon. Otherwise, I'm cowboying this
Yep.
thing."
I'm
And I
taking
just,
it over,
I just
yeah.
took it over and just
Yeah.
got it done because she wasn't going to get it done.
Yeah, Mike, I sang at our wedding.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you sing?
And it was a surprise. My wife had no idea. So we in Manhattan they have like these backline studios.
Right.
So the guys from the bridal party, they're all great musicians. So we went there and we rehearsed 2 songs. We got it for 2 hours. We had like 2 cases of beer. We just played them over and over and over again. We did Your Smiling Face, James Taylor,
All right.
and then we did Brown Eyed Girl.
Wow.
And then the Brown Eyed Girl had like a big like ending, and like so it was like it was good. It was 2 songs. That's all you needed to do. Get out, you know.
Can you sing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. See, I can't. I definitely don't have any singing ability.
Actually, I've sang with Pitbull.
Yeah,
Toddlers.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like also if you got the crowd to do a Brown Eyed Girl, you know,
Brown Eyed
Girl, very easy
everyone's
song.
going to be a little more. They're going to be,
Right.
it was great.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
great.
yeah.
You know, but I mean, I felt comfortable enough to sing, and then also the guys in our band were great.
right. Well,
makes
that's
a
good. That's fun to do.
Yeah.
Coming into number 3 with 49 film and TV appearances. Speaking of weddings, this one should be pretty easy. A big wedding song.
At last.
At last, Etta James comes in at number 3. Number
Which,
2.
by the way, At Last was my wedding song.
At last.
Yeah, because we couldn't come up with a song that we liked. Our song together was by Big Pun. So we were like, we can't play that at the wedding. We had to come up with something. And then my mother-in-law suggested At Last. And we didn't know that was commonly used at weddings. So we didn't go to a lot of weddings. So we picked that song. And the most beautiful version I've ever heard of that song is by Johnny B.
That's right.
In the hallways of the Cox Media Group.
I remember, Johnny, I think you sang that at one of the Christmas parties, didn't you? Whenever they had the karaoke.
Yeah, I upset a lot of people that night. So
It was
yeah.
funny because Ben Swig was sitting next to me and he goes, I mean, are they allowed to have the backing tracks and the thing? And I go, yeah, it's called karaoke.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I'm like, what are you going to take points away from Johnny?
Do you remember Swigs?
Do I remember him?
Yes.
I've heard of him.
When's the last time you talked to him?
I texted him about a week ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
His text work?
Well, not often,
Oh,
but
interesting.
it did. We were supposed to grab a coffee, so we'll.
Oh, I know that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
So maybe we'll grab it.
We
next
will
month.
not. You may. Yeah.
Listen, I tell you all the time.
Yeah.
You're both the same exact person.
No, I'm way better.
You're both stubborn, and you both are waiting for the other.
I'm not waiting. I'm done.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a different person.
Okay.
I have a very short regiment. I'm
Okay.
out. That's just how it goes.
All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
Swigs and Caicos.
That's right.
Coming up into number 2, 50 film and TV appearances. Think about movies and TV stuff, whatever song that you hear all the time.
Another
All
clue.
the different stuff. It is.
Is one an instrumental?
No, this is not an instrumental, but it is a rap song, hip hop, from some ladies.
Oh. Salt and
Salt and
pepper.
pepper.
Push it.
Oh.
Salt and
Really?
pepper. Yeah. Salt and pepper. You hear that a
Oh
lot.
my God, that's what I used to tell
Yeah.
people was the music notes on my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I just thought it was a funny
What is it?
conversation piece. It ended up being nothing.
Oh.
But
Did you ever
that-
have anybody try to play it?
yes.
And there's nothing?
No.
You know what was my new favorite thing is Will It Rock? And it is guys that'll go to the store and they grab a box of cereal or whatever, and the barcode on there, it'll be like 613692, and they'll play dun, 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 dun.
Secret
And they play
Rock?
it,
That's
and
pretty
it-
good.
It's so cool.
That's a great idea.
It's really good, yeah.
Why can't I watch the guy who has 8 basketball hoops built up?
A unicorn just came in.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
look at you.
All right.
Now get out.
Oh.
I'm hunting unicorns.
Oh no.
The guy has got 8 basketball hoops with balloons in them,
Yeah.
and he sees what he can drop, and it breaks the balloons as they go, and how many balloons he'll break.
Yeah.
And he'll drop a hammer, and the hammer will just bounce off the balloon, but he'll drop a sword, and the sword will go down to 7. I don't know why I can't stop watching that. I don't want to see balloons break. I don't care if they go through, and I can't stop watching it when it's on. My algorithm is weird.
Number 1, most film and TV appearances. Think about it. Song that you've heard a million different times. Commercials, you hear it in movies, you hear it in TV shows. And as soon as I say it, all I have to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-word title.
Ooh.
6-word title. And it starts the song with the title.
Oh.
Anybody? Any guesses?
The 6 word threw me off.
6 words. These 6 words start the song. It's the
Everybody
title
wants
of
to rule the
song.
world.
No. One hit wonder. I mean, he may have had a follow up, but
Right.
this was the one hit.
I was going to say Walking on Sunshine.
Solo
No.
artist, singer.
Solo artist singer
90s.
with one hit in the
Okay.
90s.
Okay. Okay.
Not something from the 70s or 80s.
Nope. 90s. You're hearing a lot of commercials.
Rock You Like a Hurricane.
No.
Mm.
Solo artist, not a band. That's the Scorpions. This is a guy.
Yeah.
Anybody?
I don't even know where to
Is
start.
it George Michael?
Oh, no. But when you said George, sounds like his last name.
Oh, is
George
this-
Benson.
No.
No.
Sounds like his last
Okay, sorry.
Jordan.
Montel Jordan.
This is how we do it. Oh, yeah. That's in so many different things.
Raise your hand if you've had dinner with Montel Jordan.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
nice.
I put out a TBT picture with him that I found not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had when I was at the Power Pig, we had a dinner with Montel Jordan in Las Vegas.
Before you hit that send button, we've seen How We Do It, the guy, the Facebook page.
Yeah.
This
Is
is
how we do it.
it.
Yep.
We
I
got
just
it.
got it the other day. Somebody
Yeah.
sent it to me again.
Don't need it again.
Yeah.
Already got it.
Thank you.
Well, there you go.
There's one with Pearl Jam too. I've seen that one. I
Yeah.
don't need you to send that one to me either.
I got to tell you, I was very surprised because whenever I read the headline for this, immediately what I thought was Wolf Mother, woman. Like that was in everything, but it hasn't been around as long.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But like it seemed like every burger commercial, every movie trailer, everything started that you know.
Yeah. I think that there's probably some more that we are unaware of.
Oh,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure, yeah. But they say these are the top 10. So there you go. That's it for news.
That Spirit in the Sky seems to
Oh,
me
yeah.
that it's been in every movie.
Well, think of also like CCR, like Fortunate Son, how many Vietnam movies and all that
Right,
stuff. That's
right.
always in those different things.
Anytime you see a helicopter coming
Yeah.
over the mountain, or
Yeah.
whatever. All right, we must take a break. Our phone number is 800-771-1025. That's 800-771-1025. I was very surprised that you asked me during the break who John P. Johnson was. Are
Yes,
you
I
from?
did.
You were not familiar with the Love Tiger?
I'm familiar with the Love Tiger, too,
Yeah.
but
No,
I
it is-
didn't know that was his name.
Oh yeah, he
Well,
he
who's been
doesn't really
sending
like
me-
to be called Love Tiger anymore. He
Oh.
prefers Dr. Johnny P. Love Train.
Well, he's just been so complimentary in my DMs.
Oh, is he watching on the
Yep.
video?
And he's playing songs for me and sending me links for his.
You think he's rubbing one out while he's at it too?
It's funny,
Maybe.
JoJo, because he used to really like Dinah.
Mhm.
Then he was really into Carmen. Now it's on to JoJo.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
thank
he
you.
likes whoever in that scene.
Oh,
Oh no, it's
He
not
doesn't like
against you.
Gio.
I think he likes.
he's
Doesn't
always
like Gio.
Yeah, he's always texting Gio too.
Yeah, he also DMs me. So, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, and look, he's a big fan of the entire radio station.
No, I mean if he wanted to bang, you know.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he's a nice
no.
guy.
I'll tell you this though, there are a couple of negatives. with him.
A
A
couple.
couple. Okay.
Have you seen his
Don't
foot?
start with the foot.
His foot's pretty bad.
Yeah.
His foot's pretty bad. Although he's going to email me and tell me his foot got better, but then he's going to send me a picture of a swollen
He
football
loves
anyway.
his lesions.
He loves his lesions.
There may be a dead body in this pool.
Yes, and they may be defecating in the pool.
Yeah.
And because there is no running water in the house, so
Yeah.
whenever they want to make a poopy number 2, they have to drive to the CVS.
Got
My
a
eyes
bit of a
twitching.
mold problem.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's probably super healthy.
Mm.
Lives with his mom and his other tigers.
I can tell you the best time of his life is when he's in the hospital
Mm-hmm.
because he's in a clean place
Oh,
that
sure.
feed him and take
Food.
care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he really enjoys
Aw.
it there.
What's that? John P. Johnson.
Yeah. Oh, you could be Mrs. John P. Johnson.
Oh man,
Mhm.
he'll
He's-
write a song for you.
He was on
Oh, yeah.
college radio for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Invited me on the show.
Well,
one
still
time.
attending college, or he?
Not really sure what
Okay.
the program was that had him able to access their facilities,
Fascinating.
but he did it at the radio station.
Okay.
And he invited me on the show one time. So me and Iverson went down there and we sat in on the show with him. And the guy had been there for really close. It was probably more like 10 years. And I had to teach him on that first time how to answer phone calls. He did not know the entire. I go, just hit this button. Now pull this up. And he's like, hello. And they were like, hey, man. And he was amazed. Did not know how to take a phone call.
So
on
you've
the
known him a
radio
really
station.
long time. You've seen the decline.
No, it always started at the
Yeah,
bottom.
there was,
Oh,
there was
okay.
never never a
Okay.
peak.
There was no peak.
Nowhere to go.
Okay.
I met him when I worked so I could tell you, I met him in 2000, and he I was screening phone calls for the Sports Chick show on the AM sports station. I was producing their show and screening their phone calls, and he called, and I put him on hold and put him through, and they eye rolled it when it went through, and I was like, well, and they're like, he'll call every day, and I said, oh, okay, and then I kind of learned who he was. But I tend to see the I wouldn't say the good, but I see the value in these people.
Sure.
So I knew that Love Tiger was capable of so much more than what he was given the opportunity to do. So when I left and went and did my own show, he kind of came over there, and we've been doing stuff ever since.
Was he always Love Tiger?
He was Love Tiger on that station. Then he was Dr. Johnny Train. I don't know. He had all these DJ names. I can't keep up with
Love
him.
it.
And he gets very upset when we don't address him correctly, but he'll always be Love Tiger to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
no
I just wasn't sure if anybody knew who that person was.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
No problem. No problem.
I'll make sure to send him my nudes.
I'll send him your nudes, and I'll send you a picture of his foot. So if you need inspiration for the nudes, we'll certainly do it. Yeah.
Okay. Fair trade.
Poor guy. There's nothing he could do. I told John Brennan years ago that if they put on a show on Saturday nights, 2 hours of just Love Tiger and Medicine Man in the same room taking phone calls, it'd be the best goddamn show that's on the station. It'd be way better than anything else we have.
I feel like there'll be a lot of FCC violations.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
No?
Medicine Man's pretty good at
you're right.
not cursing, and Love Tiger's a professional radio DJ for the last 20 years. He knows what's up.
But also, I feel like Medicine Man, you give him more than the 30-second phone call. He's getting into his farts and his this and his that, and
Yeah, maybe you need somebody in there to kind of keep.
Oh, you definitely have to have somebody in there.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to run the board, and somebody's got to be like, all right, that's enough on that subject.
Back in the day when you were allowed to do a lot of good things that we used to do. Oh, you miss it.
I know.
We put Love Tiger and Medicine Man and Winn-Dixie Bagger Lisa and
Tongueless Brett,
Brett and
Glendale.
I couldn't think of his name. All in one room together, and just mic'd it up and just left it like that for an hour. And every once in a while, we'd introduce things like we'd slide a pizza under the door. We threw some Playboys in there. We just see what would happen. And we had a name for it that we can never say again.
Nope.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was in the room. They were in the room together, in the red room.
I miss it. When I'm at the office, I'm jealous. I'm sad that I wasn't there when it was bustling and
When
you
there
could
were
do stuff.
midgets jousting in the hallway.
Yeah.
When there were
I get sad a lot that you guys aren't there in the morning.
When there were goats pooping on the board.
Yeah. When they chased, I don't know if it was Spanish.
I mean,
or
I
Tuttle.
remember watching all of that on Bone TV
Right,
and
right.
seeing a lot of it, but being there but I had applied. I found an email from 2006, maybe 5 or 6, that I had sent to Jerry Brower.
Oh my God! For promotions?
Yes, because I wanted to try to get a job,
Right.
and start working. Isn't that so funny?
Jerry Brower.
I was looking for something the other day, and I had come across it. I'm like, I don't know what this is.
That's so funny.
It's still there.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah, but I've always loved radio. I'd always wanted to do radio, and then when you guys had started,
Yeah. Then it
talk,
got good.
yeah, it was fun.
This station was in such bad shape when I got here, and I went to a. This is how bad it was. I went to a fan fest at Ray's at Tropicana Field that they made me go to, and every radio cluster was there. Every radio station was there, and every radio station had a custom made tent, from FLZ to 98 Rock. Then you had the religious station that had it, and you had the sports stations. You had them all there, and they were all just lined up next to each other. And then there was one plain white tent, and that was the Cox tent. And I was like, how do you not see the problem in
Yeah.
this? I go, what can it cost? Take it out of my check. Go buy it, the goddamn tent. Seriously, it was bad back then.
But what you could say and do, and it was fun, and it was entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not that it's not fun and entertaining now, but it
well,
was just,
you got to understand. When I first got there, it wasn't like that. My old program director used to get mad at me. We weren't, Jojo, you don't even know. We weren't allowed to drink coffee in the studio. Like, here we are. I'm drinking coffee with a lid and a straw. You're drinking out of a bottle with a little sippy cup lid.
Yeah.
And we weren't allowed to have these in the studio. They actually built ledges outside the
see
door.
those. That's what those were for?
That's what
Yeah.
those were for. So you were supposed
Oh
to
my
go stand in
God.
the hallway and drink your coffee. and I would get in trouble for having like food in there or drinks in there or whatever in the studio. Like they wouldn't let us do
Well,
anything.
the food I get because y'all are slobs and
Yeah.
all the bugs.
But I had interns, so everything was clean.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, everything was clean by the end of the show.
So the drinks were in the hall just so it didn't ruin the board?
So it didn't ruin the board, and I get it, but they were like, one day they came in and yelled at me, and they were like, "That board cost $10,000." I go, "I got $10,000." I go, "If I spill it on the board, I will buy you a new board." And they've been very cool. But in all honesty, I have spilled things on this board before that they've had to come and fix. So I get it.
I think
Mistakes
my
happen.
favorite thing out of any of the old school radio stuff was when we would walk down, we were in the worst studio. We were in the Dove studio. And we used to walk.
And we used to face out the window.
Yeah.
With all the space behind us. There was nothing behind us.
That's
except
how
the
it is
big
now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she still stands on the opposite. Yeah.
That's how we used to be. We just sit there and look out the window.
Yeah. And then we would walk down the hallway, and there was one person that was in the Bone Studio. One little mouse with a hat, Feifel, that would be in there in the afternoon, and that was the only person. And we're like, we should have this studio. This studio is so much bigger. And
yeah. It was that giant studio, the big L-shaped Bone Studio that we have now. And Galvin and I would just walk down there, and there'd be nobody in there because they used to voice track the whole day, and we'd just sit there and talk about where we'd put our stuff and what we would do if we can have that studio.
That's so wild.
Then we came in and we knocked walls down.
That's
and
right.
We
moved
kicked
the
program director out
yeah.
of his office. That's when we really started
Taking
showing our
over.
nuts, man. Yeah. All right, let me take a break. When we come back, Ian Beckles will join us. It is the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Speaking of a man with vision, Ian Beckles is in the studio with us.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. So many things to talk to you about.
Good.
What did you want to talk to JoJo about?
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Off the air, you said something
The
like,
chat room.
I got to talk to you about
Oh.
Oh, the chat room, the Bone TV chat room.
something. Right.
I was just talking to the great Pat about how I communicate, and Tony Burton was letting me know I could do it through my phone.
Yeah.
And I said, I've seen a couple comments on me.
Oh, about you.
Yeah, because I didn't even know it existed. And when I went,
Are we talking Bone TV or YouTube?
YouTube,
Or both?
YouTube.
No,
Okay.
YouTube.
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 Oh.
So I
okay.
love to watch you guys on YouTube in the morning.
Right.
But then sometimes they'll show replays. And as it's going, they'll see comments. And
Yeah.
so I see what you're saying about me.
Oh, yeah.
And I told JoJo there's some comments on her. She goes, "Oh, like what?" I go, "I can't say it.
Oh.
I can't say it on the radio. There, some of them are,
Hmm.
they're all sexy though."
Do you think JoJo and Pete would make a good couple?
I'm not giving JoJo to Pete. I'm not just doing that.
Yeah.
That's too easy for
Why?
Pete.
What's
Come
wrong
on.
with
What?
Pete?
No, nothing's wrong with Pete. I'm just saying, I'm not just gonna hand JoJo over to Pete.
Hmm.
What is that?
Pete
what does
doesn't
Pete do?
deserve you.
That one.
Yeah.
What is that?
Aw.
What? I love Pete to death too. He's
Yeah,
I think
I
he's
know.
adorable.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you. For some reason, as much as I like both of them, I don't see them both together.
I have the same sentiment as you. I can hear it in your voice.
Right.
You're like,
Meh.
like, yeah, don't. Pete might ruin it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
don't
mean?
need to
I
be
feel like
Pete
all of us
tainted.
think JoJo is ours. You
That-
know what I mean?
That's factual.
I am.
Yeah.
That's actually factual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I like that. Plenty of me to go around.
Oh.
When I walk into that building and
Right.
it's set up for St. Patrick's Day and then Easter and then I don't know, Indigenous Peoples Days and there's bows and arrows in there or whatever you got going on in there. I'm like, that's our girl right there. That's our girl.
He and
And
I.
I like the idea of keeping the Christmas tree up, and then it's a
Thank
holiday
you.
tree
Yeah.
for football season, for this
Yeah.
and that, and decorate it with the different stuff. That's good. I like that.
Thank you. I was mostly lazy, just didn't want to take it down after
Yeah,
Christmas.
it works.
Perfect.
I ended up making more work for myself by now having to decorate it
Right.
every month. But it's fun. I like it.
Mm.
Also, if I have to be there, I want it to be, festive and warm and clean and welcoming.
Yeah.
So,
That's why we're not there.
that's why
Mhm.
I wish you were.
Mhm.
I mean,
Nothing
I
is
get why you're not, but I
More
wish you
warm
were.
and festive and welcoming than my own garage. Let me ask you this, Ian. We were talking about. I was telling Tony this weekend. Tony and I went to the gym. Yes, I don't know. if
I
you
heard. I
that
saw
part
it.
of
I
the
saw it.
show,
Yeah.
Really sweating it out.
Yeah.
Sauna, yeah. I got a sauna in my house now.
You do.
I have a sauna in my house.
Oh
yes.
wow.
Every day I use it.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. But we went to the sauna yesterday at the gym, and I was telling Tony that I feel like my knee, in particular my right knee, I feel like swollen a little bit.
Okay.
And I feel like both my knees, underneath my knees, the bottom end of it, are very tight. And I think I need to be stretched. I think I've never done that before. You had given me a gift certificate to
Years
stretch.
ago, which is probably expired.
I'm sure. I'm sure. What did you think though for a second that I was gonna go
Possibly.
Back
I mean,
then, yeah.
I told you about Joyce. You went to Joyce.
I did go to Joyce.
And then Joyce was excellent. I just left Joyce. And I said, Dina is excellent. If you have an issue, Dina will get it out.
When you leave Joyce, the massage lady, you feel relaxed?
Do I look relaxed?
Yeah.
Well, yes, then.
Yeah.
I'm
See, now
pretty relaxed.
Joyce is great
Yeah.
at doing massage,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't say relaxing. I
Well-
would say she's working it out. She's getting it out of you.
When she says, do you have a problem?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to tell her the problem.
Right, because she'll beat that problem up.
Yeah, she could be mean.
Yeah. And at the end, she don't touch your wee-wee.
Well,
Yeah.
just I'll talk to her night.
I don't have that charm, I guess.
Sure you do.
Who knows? Yeah. So then, what's Dina's place's name?
Dina Flexology. It's over there on Swan. I gave her the name actually.
You did?
She goes, I need to get a name, and I go Flexology. She goes, wow.
Oh, if you know a girl named Dina
Yeah.
and that works in Southampton, she's got to be smoking hot too.
She's not on our team.
Oh, that's
She's
even
on that
even stronger.
team.
Yeah. You're a part-time player.
JoJo's team.
JoJo's a part-time player.
I like
Does
everybody.
she play like that?
JoJo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think I could like her anymore.
JoJo, don't try to deny it.
Who have you ever done stuff with? Shut up.
I said I didn't. He's the one that
You're
said
the
I
one.
didn't.
You're saying my team.
I know. I was just excited if she,
JoJo.
I can flirt. I can.
You've never kissed a girl?
No.
That's an outright.
I don't think so.
I know
Maybe-
for
maybe
sure
like-
you have.
Oh, well, that doesn't really count.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like in high school once or twice, just seeing, but
Right.
Oh.
that was all.
No tingle.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
How far would you go with a really hot girl that you were really attracted to?
Downtown.
I don't think I could do that.
You can have it done
yeah,
to you.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You don't think you could?
No.
Interesting.
Nor do I really want to.
Yeah, I get it.
You should try it.
Like you think
Right now. In fact, meet Mary.
you don't think you could do it like you think you'd miss?
No, I think I can. I think I would be very accurate.
Oh.
I just don't think I would enjoy it as much as I enjoy
Prove it.
traveling south on other genders.
Oh. You do enjoy that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we have a new unsung hero on that
Thank
show.
you.
JoJo's ours.
Thank you.
JoJo's ours.
Yeah.
Applaud JoJo. please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
We
Pete
have.
doesn't get that.
This is not. I don't know.
No.
Threesome?
No,
Never?
I don't know. Oh, I can't. I think my parents are still listening.
Oh.
It's like so much.
This is the way to break a lot of stuff to your parents. This is what
I
I've done over
know.
the years.
This is gonna be. When I was in high school,
I'm
Go
listening.
on.
Hold on. Let me,
it's the dumbest thing, but it was one of anyway, I was dared-ish to let two of my friends come into the shower, and I don't know how much I'm alled to say.
you keep
I had
going.
to
We'll tell you
I
when
had
to
to
stop.
lift my shirt up.
Oh, they only got to look.
No,
You weren't taking a shower.
They were allowed to
Oh, tune in Tokyo.
with their mouth,
Oh, I don't know if we
but
can
it
say
was
that.
weird
Was it?
I
at
don't
the
know.
same time.
For you.
but that was yes. But we were like at a party.
Guys
And
or girls?
Guys.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
So random.
this is a good party.
Wow.
Is that party music?
Yes.
Hey, no.
That kind of party.
Hey, JoJo.
Yo.
Want to go look? Want to go stand in the shower
It
for a little
was
while?
so weird. I don't even know where it came. I don't think they thought I was going to do it.
And you did.
But yeah,
How old?
I was in high school.
Oh, this makes me nauseous having a 12-year-old daughter.
Yeah. But like that's probably the worst. Again, I was chubby, so that's probably why I did it because I wanted them to think that I was like cool.
Yeah.
And I probably because
They were like,
I was
"She's the
chubby,
coolest
I
girl
had
in
bigger
town."
boobs, and
Yeah.
so then
By the way,
it made
all
it.
guys know chubby girls do that.
See,
yeah.
that's exactly why I did it. I guess.
I love chubby girls.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You
Your-
work harder.
Your low self-esteem
we're
has
more
been
fun.
our key to success.
Well, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Oh my god.
Me and Lisa.
Lisa, where is she these days?
Oh no, I meant peace from
Fat
Lisa.
Lisa?
Oh, she's fat Lisa.
Fat
There's difference.
Lisa. Sorry.
Don't humanize it. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow, that's funny. All right, so Dina at Flexology.
Flexology, yeah.
Stretch his knees out.
Stretch. She does the little machine on you, and
Yeah.
this is the whole thing. Pliable.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like my only prognosis is from me, not a doctor, so I don't really know. I need someplace where I can go in and go, I got stiff knees.
But we know our bodies better than anybody else.
Yeah.
When something's a little bit off, I know immediately when something's off.
Yeah.
And probably your knees aren't great, and my knees are pretty darn good considering. But if something's a little off, you got to do something to change it, or it just keeps getting worse.
You ever fart during a massage?
I'm not although I like to fart.
Yeah.
I don't fart in front of people.
No, I don't
not even
either.
accidentally. Like I've never accidentally farted in front of my ex-wife. I just don't do it. I'm very controlled.
The only people I fart are in this room, but not today. Like you, the three on that side of the room are not.
Oh, don't
I've
hold it in.
heard-
Don't hold it in on my
Jojo,
behalf.
I would never.
Oh, I
fart
don't
in front-
care.
I would never.
Why?
I would
I would
be
never want you to
mortified.
have an upset stomach to
I would-
hold it in.
I don't. I would be mortified if I
Oh,
farted in
God.
front of you.
Why?
It just would gross me out.
You heard
Oh.
Everly farted on me, right?
No, but I know she does that.
No, but
yeah.
what do they call it?
Skunking.
You got skunk?
She was sitting on me at the cafe, and all of a sudden,
Oh.
I go, "Did you just fart on me?" And she's like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
kids
I
gotta
know,
let
you're
fly.
so cute.
Kids gotta fly.
I always tell her better out than in.
Yeah, well,
You really say that?
I do.
I don't think that I don't want to do it in front of you. I
Oh.
don't do it in front of my wife. I don't do it. But every once in a while, and especially as I
I
get
wouldn't
older,
even think twice about it.
you wouldn't. If I
Nope.
just went, you wouldn't
Nope.
even. No, really, that's from Heaven Brothers.
I guess.
Yeah.
You ever hear couples talking about like doing it? I just like
Oh,
nothing would turn me off more
Grounds
than
for
my
divorce.
significant other
Yeah.
farting and waving it.
Ugh.
Like,
Oh, no,
after
yeah.
that, go
No.
away. I'm done. No, like, people do that though.
No, I know.
Hot
I've
girls
seen
don't
it.
fart.
No.
Mm. No, my wife. I've never walked into the bathroom after my wife was in there and went, "Oh,
No, it's
ever."
like potpourri.
No, yeah, but I mean, it's like I don't know what happens, what she does, what science she's been able to manipulate, but it doesn't stink in the bathroom, and she's never, according to.
I mean, that's wild to me. That there's never in your 20-something years of marriage.
We've been fortunate to have more than one bathroom, and we
that makes a big difference.
We each go to our own bathroom, but her designated bathroom is in the master bathroom, and I'm not going to travel over there to go. I'll just go over here. You know what I mean? So that she knows to go over there.
Yeah.
And I go over here, and then we don't really cross. But occasionally, I'm in my bedroom or bathroom brushing my teeth or whatever, and I have to be in that room. And never have I been like, "Whoa, what just happened in here?" When I walked in, ever.
When you want people to not say you're rich, don't say travel in your house. You said I don't like to travel.
He'd take the walking escalator to the other side.
When you have to go really bad, it's you want to go as close as possible.
I live in a trailer.
Yeah.
He has Tom drive him to the bathroom.
I could touch everything in my trailer at one time.
Now, how does that work?
I love
you
it.
don't poop in the trailer,
No, it's not it's a mobile home.
right? But you don't poop in that, do you?
It's a mobile home. It looks like a house, but it's just
Right, but so then who?
Does it have tires on it?
no. It
It's
doesn't
on
move.
blocks?
It doesn't move. No, it has AC. It's just
No, I know, but who cleans that? Like, where does it flush to?
it's a normal toilet. It goes into a normal system.
Yeah.
It's the same as anywhere else. It's like a toilet in a restaurant.
It's a better term for it is a prefabricated house.
Okay. Like,
Oh,
Because that makes
it's
more
not a
sense.
trailer. It's a mobile
Right.
home.
I'm thinking of the trailer behind the.
No, that's not what-
that's what I was
I
thinking.
live in the
Not like an RV.
community behind.
the community behind.
Yeah. I got a normal
Okay,
toilet.
so now what happens when you bring a lady over to have some funsies and she has to go potty or you have to go? You just don't go?
No. And you
If you
have
have a sleepover, so like you just
I don't
nobody.
do sleepovers.
Me either.
I don't do. You got to go home.
Oh, really?
I don't do sleepovers.
You seem like the kind of guy that girls want to spend the night with.
It's about me. It's not about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've never been a real sleepover type guy.
One time I had a girl say to me, "Do you care if I stay?" I go, "Do I care if you just gave me sex? You can do whatever you want. Stay, snuggle up."
Ugh,
Let's
no,
do
I'm
this.
out of there.
Really?
Peace out.
See, I didn't really date, and then I got like married to my high school best friend. Okay,
Right.
so I really have never dated. Like, I don't really date.
Yeah,
It's just kind of situations.
I got you.
It's not
When's the
really
last
dating.
time you had a good situation?
I refuse to answer that on the grounds that it may incriminate me in the future.
You want Fat Lisa's number?
Yes, sir.
Me too. I don't know where she's at, man. I wish I could
I
find
ain't
her.
mad at Fat Lisa.
My wife would
sure
probably
she
be
killed
like,
herself a long time ago.
Oh, I think I convinced my wife to let me go to Fat Lisa.
Yeah.
No, probably not. But It would be nice to think about.
I like me a chunky girl though.
There's a difference.
Oh,
There's
really?
Chunky girl, and then there's fat Lisa.
Yeah. She's not chunky, Lisa. She's fat, Lisa.
Is she
How are
still
her
fat?
toes?
I have not seen her since I've been married for 22 years.
Oh, I'll
I haven't
find
seen her
her.
probably in 30 years.
I'm gonna find her.
Good luck.
Okay.
Don't think I haven't thought about it a couple of times. Just dying to know where.
Yeah.
There was this girl, Michelle, that used to work with us, and she was like, I don't know, probably 23 at the time, whatever. But she was like a Great Dane. She was just big and goofy, but like
Yappy.
big boned. But she was tall. She was like 5'10", and I didn't see her for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years, and she came back in. She was gorgeous.
Not going to be the case. with
Grew
Fat Lisa.
into herself, lost the like baby fat kind of thing, wasn't all kind of awkward and this,
Right.
and then 5'10", and that I was like, good Lord, it was wild.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened to Fat Lisa.
You never know.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Oh.
She was destined for doom.
Listen to me, Fat Lisa came over to your guys' place with Pete just going, "Ugh," and she goes, all right, I'll be there. She probably, you got to hit bottom. You got to hit bottom. That was probably her bottom, and she goes, I
don't think so.
I got
You hope.
to do something.
She cried the whole way home.
And got on a treadmill
Mazzy
and never
Star, whatever.
stopped.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think so. I think Fat Lisa, this was the highlights of her time.
Oh.
I think, these were the good old days for her. I'm
All
telling you.
She's a giver.
She definitely is a
She's
giver.
a giver.
She's given to many people, including many famous people.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
Oh.
She's
She's like a chubby Penny Lane.
yes. She's Penny Mile. Johnny, you said one of the funniest things to me when what was that club we were at on Highway 92 there? The one I thought you had a gig there?
Oh, the Luna Lounge.
The Luna Lounge.
Yeah.
And there were just so many fat chicks there and so many black dudes. And Johnny goes, it's kind of after a while, you feel like you could just get a BJ in the parking lot from one of these fat broads.
Mhm.
You know, it should be pretty easy, but all the black dudes are swooping them up.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
We're good at it. We swoop.
You
We
are.
swoop.
You are. Your people like a certain type.
You want to hear?
They took golf and now they're taking our fat women.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. You know something funny? You know, remember that strip club you went to in Newport Richie when you said you don't remember it? Last time, I think it was in that.
Oh,
After
yeah.
the pub-
What is it called?
Your Santa Claus.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember the club,
I
but I
don't
don't remember what
remember.
it's
Can I
called.
give
Yeah.
you the irony of this?
Yeah.
When I went to Kerry King, I went with my boy Steve Everett and his boy Shafe. Shafe was the bouncer that night.
When I was there,
Mhm.
was he like that?
He goes, "Yeah, your boy Mike Calta came in." I go, "Oh yeah, said he was a winner there." He goes, "Yeah, he was feeling pretty good."
Yeah,
No stories.
I don't remember.
No stories.
I
No, he didn't say any stories.
I couldn't even refute them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was like, he was
I
feeling
could
pretty
not
good.
believe you guys even went.
I feel like had I been
I actually text Pete and I said, I didn't say bye to you. I'm out. And he goes, oh, please tell me you're coming to the strip club. I said, please tell me you're not going to the
the
strip
red room,
club.
the red room.
Yeah.
That's what it was. The red room was very accommodating to us. They gave us a seat and a spot and everything. And I think that I would have had a great time there had I been a little bit more sober because
Yeah,
it was
not
just
too much, but
no. But I remember at one point passing out and being slapped in the face with an appendage, a female appendage.
Oh.
And and being woken up and was like, what is happening? And then I thought it was in my head. I was like, please God, take me home, get me out of here. But then I saw pictures of it from a different angle, and it looks like I was having, like I could have had more fun if I had been
Sure.
sober. It was my head just down like this. Girls will give anybody a lap dance. If they're passed out or not, they're getting a lap dance whether they like it or not.
It's accumulating. Now.
Yeah. I liked it,
So
though.
funny.
We should go back.
I want to go. I want to hang out Friday. I want to go to Daiquiri Deck. Daiquiri Shack.
Friday's going to be great.
They have great wings there, by the way.
I've never eaten there.
Fantastic. I used to have a condo right across the street, and I
Uh,
used to stay at the Daiquiri Deck.
yeah. It's great. Daiquiri Shack, Madeira Beach this Friday night. I would say between 9 and 10. We'll probably go on, play for a couple hours, and hang out. And I have, and Tony will tell you, I went out to dinner this weekend, hung out. I have not cheated on my diet. I will be drinking on Friday.
Oh.
I'll be there too, Mike.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you?
Let's hang out, Johnny B.
What song can you sing with us, Johnny B?
I don't know. I mean, I know a couple, you know.
I know, but you know songs that you could belt out. We don't play belt out songs. We
Well,
play scream out
The only
songs.
song I've ever really sang with you guys is
Journey.
The Journey. Yeah.
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 Are you good at that?
Yeah, I can do it.
So maybe do that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
you and Josh could get up there and sing it together.
Yeah, I have to be at Joyland from 6 to 8 for the cruise thing. So I'm just going to come right over the bridge.
Okay, we probably won't go on until closer to 10 anyway. So
yeah.
Okay, Joe, that is this Friday from what? From 6 to 8?
Yeah, I'll be at Joyland.
Joyland in Sarasota. It'll be one of 3 stops for the Calta Cruise document party. So you can go meet Johnny B. And Pap, and yours is what, Saturday?
That's correct.
At Hooters?
Yep.
Original Hooters?
Original Hooters, right up on, I don't know what the name of it is.
Clearwater.
Maybe I'll come to that, Joe, because I'm going to stay down in Madeira Beach on Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe I'll come out. I'll get up Saturday morning and I'll drive over there and hang out with you.
Hold your breath, Joe.
Oh.
All things are lining up though. I'll be out already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be out, and it'll be easy for me to
No. I heard you.
Very nice.
Well, I'll be there either way, and I hope you come.
I would like to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And then I'll probably be like, well, I drank last night, so I could eat Hooters wings today.
By the way, our singer Josh Baloney just texted me and said that Johnny can absolutely do Journey. He doesn't want to try and sing that out.
Can you sing the whole song, John?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Perfect. That's good.
Josh Baloney.
Josh Baloney.
My favorite. Dude.
You do have good intentions. I can see it in
He's
your
an
eyes.
optimistic liar.
Like you really at the moment you really believe you're gonna go. And
Oh,
I
I
think it fades as soon as the conversation's over.
So I do know that I'm going to go. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because Friday I'm sleeping out. And I'll be at the hotel right near the daiquiri shack. And I'll probably sleep a little late till like 10 o'clock 9 o'clock when they're getting ready to kick you out. Then I'll get, Joe, what time is your appearance?
I believe it's noon, Michael.
If it's noon, there's a possibility.
20%.
It's a possibility.
20%.
By the time I leave the hotel, go get Starbucks, go get situated.
So much.
Yeah, you're right. Then by the time I get over there, it's
So
only
less
going to
than
be
20%, then less
11
than 20.
o'clock. I don't know.
It's 20-ish.
Do I hear 10?
It's on my radar. Let's just put it at that. It's on my radar. Saturday at Hooters.
I'll meet you there.
Will you?
Yeah.
Call me first.
Okay.
Text me. Make sure we are on the same page.
I'll wake you
Michael,
up.
this is great news. I think my Hooters gig is at 5.
Oh.
And I'm out.
Wow.
And it's over just like that.
All right.
Over just like that.
5?
So
5
close.
p.m., yeah.
I love that Joe was like, I think I'm there at noon. Not even
Well,
close.
I mean, I got a call from Olivero, and then I put it in my calendar that day, but I didn't remember exactly what he had said.
Yeah. So, so Johnny B 6 to 8 on Friday, and Pap 5 to 7 at the original Hooters on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
And in Carmen, I believe, is the next Saturday in Brandon Hooters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that. Tell you that. How do you like that?
I'll go to
be
that.
truthful. That's your neck of the woods.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, I would imagine we need to break here.
Oh, big time.
All right. Let's take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day, but Big Medicine Man is actually Medicine Man giving an Irish accent to this call.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out Mick Medicine Man was Medicine Man, and he was just speaking in an Irish accent that, by the way, you didn't have any Irish accent
Not
at all.
at all.
It was just you.
I know, but I was actually at surfing in the music waves of the sound again this weekend for the Foreigner 30th special concert. That was a blast.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Thank you. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, I was calling about your buddy Pete.
Yeah.
You want to date
You're not
him?
going to date him.
No, I've seen him in the press box. He looks like an extra from Lord of the Rings. I mean, don't set him up with JoJo.
Thank you, sir. All right. Good deal.
You're welcome.
I've seen him in the press box.
Mm-hmm.
Pete hasn't been to a press box in 20 years. Probably not. Anyway, JoJo.
Yes. Sorry for my delay.
No, that's okay. I was saying I enjoyed having you in here. Will you
Thank
be
you for
here for the
having
rest
me.
of the week, or is your weekend
If
busy?
you'll have me.
Yes, of course.
Sans the kid the next 2 days.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Where's the kid going?
She's going to stay at my parents
Okay.
overnight.
All right.
Oh.
You
So-
sure that's cool?
Yeah.
All right. I'm
I
excited.
mean, they offered, so I'll say yes.
And Tony, thank you. It was good to see you. Johnny B, of course, is here. And Johnny, you ready for the after show?
Yeah.
What comes up on the after show? What do you got planned? What's going on? What are you going to talk about today?
Well, normally I'll grab something, from Galvin's news or something that was, that was a heavy hitting topic for you guys, and I'll try to
Right.
carry that over. Usually I have JoJo here, so we just flow into that, and it's an hour. It goes by pretty fast, but
It does go by fast.
But yeah, I like to get the callers involved and things, which I'll be doing today because I'll be by myself. But I'll also be trying to figure out the timing on this and if it's gonna make sure I got the commercials right. I'm doing like 100 things.
I feel like now it makes Carmen's job. We realize
my God,
it's hard, right?
Yeah. So honestly, I haven't really thought much about the after show. So it's
you're fine. You're fine. Let me grab these phone. I'll lube up the phone lines for you. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Can you do me a favor? What is the name of that company that is your advertisement? Is it Waterman Construction?
Waterman.
Waterman.
Yep. You go to watermanconstructiongroup.com.
Thank you, sir.
You got it, pal. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, sir.
I have a question for Ian.
Ian, this guy's got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, were you in at Fossils the other day?
In a where?
Fussels, yes.
Fussels.
Fussels Meat Market in Arcadia, Florida. Yes.
What the hell are you doing in Fussels? What the Fussels were you doing there?
Dizzy introduced me to a young lady named Sandy who lives there.
Oh.
And she told me that they have a meat place there and got hooked up and went and bought a bunch of meat. And I got a big freezer and I got a freezer full of meat.
Oh, well, there you go, sir. Did you have
great to see you in town.
Thank you, brother.
All right, pal. Fussels, you said.
Arcadia.
I don't even know where Arcadia is.
Yeah, me neither, but it's somewhere far.
Tell me near what?
I'm the wrong guy.
You have to go.
Is it
You have to go.
Wauchula?
You have to go inland from like the Sarasota area. You go like
It's near Sarasota.
Okay.
You go inland, like way out in the sticks.
You can't say it's near Wauchula. That's no help. I don't know where Wauchula is.
I just know it's south.
It's Wauchula.
It's actually kind of up near Placid Lake.
Lake Placid.
Placid Lakes, Lake Placid, yeah. Yeah.
And what did you get? You got good meats?
I got ribeye, got skirt steak, I got burgers. I got a lot of stuff, bro.
Don't let Tom near your freezer full of meat.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He unplugged Mike's and then it smelled like a dead body.
We'd have a problem.
We had a problem.
A lot of meat.
We had a problem. We had I had COVID meat in there.
Oh,
I had a cow. I bought a cow.
Well, I was pretty close.
Yeah. Well, no, I bought a cow and then I filled it. I had a lot of chopped meat left over and steaks, and Tom unplugged it.
On purpose?
Mistake.
No, he was trying to fix something and he unplugged it and forgot to plug it back in.
What?
And then it took me like a week or so before we started blaming Joey for how bad it smelled in his house. I thought it was my son. I go, are you not flushing after you poop? Not you, Joe.
All right.
And I yelled at Joey and I had to go apologize to him because I realized it was the the meat locker. Yep.
I told when he told me he had got one of those freezers. I said, "Oh my god, that's a dead body freezer."
That is a dead body.
Yeah.
It smelled like a dead body.
Yeah. So.
And Tom is an angel. He'd never do it on purpose.
No,
he's an angel.
Tom has no malice in him whatsoever.
We've been kicking around some new ideas for different games and stuff. Since you're going to be here the rest of this week,
okay.
we're going to play.
I don't want
we're going to play lift JoJo's shirt in the shower.
We're going to play get in the shower for sure. Yeah,
that'll be on tomorrow's show.
In the shower with JoJo.
Okay. Try
You
that.
don't want to miss it.
How do you get on her naked picture list? Because she seems like she's giving them out.
Oh,
like I want to be on the list.
Constantly sending them out.
Can I get on the list?
I'm inundating the internet with.
Can I get on the
naked
list?
pictures. Sure. Just do a Google search. It'll come right out.
Great.
I'll text you my number.
All right, I think that is it for us today. Continue the phone calls. I see them coming in. Johnny B will take them next. Johnny B, do you have the outro music?
Sure. I'm sorry. It's right there.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
It just makes it feel whole when we do it the right way.
Sure.